Give me a second, everybody. Give me like 30, 10 more seconds. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Browns Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins, and how's everyone doing this Monday? Um, we got a great show today, and sorry I didn't do nothing Friday. I did have a big show Friday. This is what we were going to do on Friday, but we're going to actually do it on Monday. Um, I'm gonna say this is going to be a very interesting topic. The reason why is because I don't think, and this is just me, I don't think a lot of people think of like certain things like this, but when we do have to talk about it because there are a lot of people that do make great points. They make great points educating us on certain communities, you know. But the real question is, should foundational Black American, also known as Black Americans, support uh Black and brown immigrants? The reason why I wanted to do this question, because we did kind of sort of do something similar to this, but we really never talked about it. Give me a second. We really never talked about it. So I'm giving us actually a chance to talk about it today. I'm gonna let y'all do most of the talking in the live chat, and you know how we do on a Monday. We talk for 30, 40 minutes. Somebody want to come up and call? Definitely, I'll let you call and let you, speak your piece. And like, also, I want to let y'all know, because y'all talk y'all piece and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with me. It's This is just how you feel, So I I want to say, you know what? Shout out to the people who do come on the panel and talk. Because at the end of the day, not everybody is built for that type of situation. But to start it, I'll tell you how I feel. Do I think we should support? Um, I personally think they should handle their own situation. As I said, I don't believe in black and brown unity. I don't think there was ever a black and brown unity. I think there was people that black Americans fucked with, like we got Big Pun. To me, I feel like Big Pun is more Dominican than Puerto Rican, but he is a Puerto Rican. His ethnicity is a Puerto Rican. But the reason why I say he's more Dominican because you can tell that it's more Black American. He fits in more with Black American. You know, um, Puerto Ricans have their own style, and shout out to them because most people don't. Do I think it's dope? Not really, but at the end of the day, it salutes for you having your own shit. Like even certain Africans, they have their own style that I really don't rock with, but I will always support it. Because I believe in freedom of expressing yourself if it's not offending anybody. So that's why I always say shout out to the Boricuas and the Dominicans and even certain Africans, even though I make jokes about Africans and stuff like that. I don't mean in no malice or no ill will, but it's just it's just jokes. Um, and I'm gonna even say this. Look at me. I poke fun at the situations I get into, or situations other people I know get into. So it's as I say, it's not. I don't look at it as a bad thing. So yeah. Um, but do I support Black Americans and Black Americans supporting Black and brown immigrants? Um, I think Black Americans need to mind their business and let them handle what they need to handle, and that's just me. Hold on, fix. Video dropped on YouTube Studio, and yeah, it's. I think they should handle their own, situation. I don't think. Hold on, this issue is fixed. You should know. Hold on 1 second. See, oh, thank you, YouTube. I appreciate it. They fixed something. They fixed something that was going on. They fixed something that was going on with I guess, my page. Thank you, YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, man. They fixed my page. Uh, I don't know what happened, but they said they fixed something. So again, shout out to them. But yeah, like I was saying, I think Black Americans should mind their business and stuff. Like let black and brown immigrants handle what they need to handle. If they're not capable of doing it, then I guess they're not supposed to be here. And like I said, I gave y'all advice. I told y'all what to do, and I even gave you an examples. So even with Africans in France. They don't hold up tribalistic flags. They hold up the France flags to tell them like, "Yo, I am a Frenchman just like the white man." And this is why I support. I hundred, and I'm gonna say this. I 100% support certain European African groups. That's just me. I'm not trying to tell everybody to be like me. Who the fuck am I? But that's what I do. If you go to another country, you need to fit in with the culture if you want to be there long enough to, talk, but as I said, that's just me. I guess in America, a lot of people are entitled to, say and do what they want and not be a citizen. Shout out to Ali Howard, I mean, Oscar Malalika. Salute. Uh, Who's it? Pat Lambert. Shout out to Pat Lambert. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Define support. Help them with their problems. That's what I mean. Ali Howard. That's what I mean. Like support. You know, help them with their battle. I personally would say no. You know, I don't see no black and brown unity. If it was going to be black and brown unity, it would have happened in the 1930s. But there isn't. So, you know, do I think it can be fixed? Probably not. You know, I don't think it could be fixed. And the reason why I don't think it could be fixed because at the end of the day, it's just too much tensions. You know, everybody want to be black when it's beneficial. And I'm gonna say this: not only Latinos do that, Africans do the same shit. They'll, 5, 10 years ago, they were telling us that they weren't black; they're Nigerian, Somali, Ethiopian, or Anitric, Nigerian, Ugandan, Congolese. So now we got to say, okay, this is what you are. And my issue with like I said, my issue with the whole immigration thing is that like if you're not supposed to be here, you're not supposed to be here. You just take what goes with your situation. You know. Um, do I think it's wrong? I think they need to make a better system. As I said that I said this millions of times. I think America needs to make a better system with immigration if they want people to come over here. You know, the shit that they have now is not working. It doesn't work. So I do agree with a certain extent when it comes to immigrants that hold on, we don't support anybody on a macro level as it is. Don't confuse. Who's that? Patron onage to service to support. Makes a good point. I actually agree with you. Um, I'm gonna say this. I think we have done enough. I think we done enough than we were supposed to do. Um, I think a lot of this outrage comes from people being entitled of Black Americans helping them when they're in desperate needs. And I have to tell Black and brown immigrants, Black Americans are not humanitarians. We're not philanthropists. Philanthropists. You know, it's just we're not. We did enough. So if anything, as I said, if anything, you should have took the advice I was giving y'all a year and a half ago. Stop holding tribal flags and put the American flag up. It people. Let me tell you something. One thing I know about white America is that they love symbolism. They love symbolism. If you can't agree with that, if you can't um adapt to that, then they're gonna get you the fuck out of here. They're gonna get you the fuck out of here. FBA's uh forced to not support immigration because of the past. Floodgates were open to enemy trial. Yes, yes, I agree with that one too. And like I said, if it was gonna work, it would have worked in the 1930s. When they started their own caucus, was it congressional caucus advocates for their community? So, or the advocates of the Latino caucus, congressional caucus, they would have jumped on what Black Americans and what they were trying to do. Instead of trying to say, yo, we don't even want to be Mexican or Latin, we want to be white. So it's all I'm saying is it's they're gonna have. I'm gonna say this: they're gonna have to fix their community before they come to Black Americans and say like, "Yo, we want unity." It has always been like that. I don't think a lot of them don't want to fix their community. I think I think they think it works. Let me see. The white man is running this. The FBA have no power, no unity, no progress. Blacks in America are minorities. What have blacks accomplished since the 1960s? Fuck the American flags. But okay, Shabaka, if you say that, let me ask you a question. Let's say you are right. How much weight does it? Well, how much weight what you're saying holds in Africa? It doesn't hold anything because you know what? The things that you're criticizing Black Americans for doing, they're doing in Africa. The things that you criticize me for, you say, "Yo, Oroshaline, you are xenophobic." Africans are doing. One thing I do agree: the people that really hate Africa is Africans. It's Africans. You know, and it's not to shit on them, but at the end of the day, it's just like are you and even their own scholars say they say, "Yo, Black Americans are in a better position than Africans because you know what? They know how to work together. No matter if they're light skinned, brown, have a different culture, uh, different backgrounds, they work together." I can't let me tell you something. If I go to Africa, if I go anywhere in Africa, I can't be like, "Yeah, hey brother, let's work together." They'll say, "Yo, that sounds good, but you're not a part of my fucking tribe." And this is if they want to be honest. Us Latinos are very different culture. We really don't connect due to that. Black Americans have a problem with just everyone. It doesn't matter what culture. Shout out to you, Tony Gonzalez. Yeah and no. Black Americans never really have a problem, and the reason why I said you're right about that. Latinos does have a different culture. Um, and with Black Americans, and this is what I'm gonna be personally honest, and I'm gonna be brutally honest about it. Black Americans is very giving and welcoming. We have always been welcoming, but as I said, even coming from the South, where we seen a lot of bullshit in the South and coming to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. Hey, Lala Brown, salute, ooh, shoot, salute to you. Even though coming from the South, like my family's from the South, I'm a second generation, yeah, second generation Bostonian. Even though my family's coming from the South, um, and they seen some shit. My family seen some shit, crosses being burned on properties and shit like that, even sometimes hangings. We still know how to work together. We're given, we know how to say, "Yo, let's all come together and like figure this shit out." There is no, "Oh yeah, we're defeated. Fuck it. We're just gonna no, we're gonna figure the problem out." But the thing but the thing I do not agree. The problem with what you said about Black Americans having a problem with everybody, we don't have a problem. We wanted to help everybody so we can be as one. As what everybody is saying, we are stronger as one. We've been saying since the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even somewhat in the early 1900s. But now people are in shambles now. Now they want to use civil rights, Selma, Alabama, the walking over the Selma Bridge, and we shall overcome. And now Black Americans like, "Yo, y'all got this." Because at the end of the day, we remember telling you this. We remember telling you this. So yes, you are right. To a certain extent, Tony Gonzalez. I do. I'm gonna call you TG. Shout out to you, TG. I'm gonna be honest. You are right. And I think I'm gonna give you one reason why I say you are right. I think there is a cultural differences. You are right about that. Um, and I think this is a weakness of Black people with peoples with cultural differences. We want everybody to feel comfortable where people feel too comfortable. And I think we are not our grandparents. Our grandparents would have been figured this out and said, "Oh yeah, we should come together. Let's talk. Let's go to City Hall." Black Americans ain't trying to talk no more. We're just trying to handle our own shit now. We did all that talking shit, and this is why we're in a bad situation as it is now. Give me a second. One of my controllers dropped. So Tony Gonzalez, yeah, you are right, and that's dope. How you I understand how the way you do feel that way, and I agree with you to a certain extent, but it's kind of too late. Black Americans just want to handle this shit, try to get this reparations, and try to work together. You know, and I'm gonna say this. I think, and this is just my opinion. I think it would work if Black Americans get their reparations. Once we get our reparations, Black Americans is gonna build. That's one thing about Black Americans. We like to build. You know, infrastructures, companies, organizations, just the whole nine yards. We do love to build, and I think one thing about America, it will benefit Black and brown immigrants. Will there be some people that do some nigga shit with their money? Absolutely. You know, that is it's what it is. People do nigga shit, but at the end of the day, I will say this. Black Americans will, even though Black Americans won't fuck with you, if you have a business, they will support it. It's just we're not in the business of cutthroating people. That's more Black immigrants, you know. I'm just being personally honest. That's more Black immigrants. We don't do shit like that. We look down on people who do shit like that. I don't. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna answer some of y'all questions. So let's see. There are a conscious effect to destroy Black unity. Black in America have the worst communities. We need Black unity before any unity you take. Small examples of foolishness and apply. Oh, um, but okay, Shabaka. If you think I take foolish, I'm gonna put this on the scene. The question I'm gonna answer. So Shabaka said this. I don't take like foolish examples. I just take examples that everybody do know. Do people do nigga shit? Yes, there's Black Americans do nigga shit. Let me tell you something. I think everybody does nigga shit. It's just degenerate stuff. That's all nigga shit is. It's being a degenerate. You know, it's not. It's like not looking. It's not like okay, we look up the word degeneracy and we see a Black person in the fucking dictionary. No, it's just people just doing dumb shit. Dumb shit that'll get you killed, put in jail, get somebody hurt by an accident. You're just doing too much. Everybody does that shit. It's just everybody makes it common for a Black person to do it. Because I think, and this is just how I feel. Even with you, Shabaka, you do that. You do that same dumb shit as well. You talk about all the foolish examples. You've been making up foolish examples all the time. You talk about Black Americans have the worst communities. Are you fucking serious? You act like Black Americans, 50% of Black Americans are not middle class. I'm just being personally honest. We have a small percentage, but we're not talking about all the great shit that Black Americans do. And that's why I do it a lot, and I do it consciously on this channel, because at the end of the day, every time they see something with Black Americans, it's some nigga shit. People always talk about nigga shit when it comes to Black people. But once everybody starts talking about organizations, fucking communities, growing communities of Black Americans, and I'm talking like what Baldwin Hills and shit like that. People, oh, that's only one. There's not a there's only 50 million of us in America. So it's like, what are we saying? Like, what are we saying? Have I lived in put it this way, I don't even think I lived in a predominantly black community. Because my projects is very mixed. Was a lot of us came from the South? Yes, a lot of us did come from the South. We have Southern backgrounds. But at the end of the day, we have we do connect. We do connect with other people. We don't just go out here treating people like shit. I'm being personally honest. We don't go around just treating people like shit. We don't do shit like that. Um, I live in Miami and immigrants do not support. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that Supreme B, I agree. Before my Grammy came up from Georgia to Boston, she was in Florida for a bit, and I think this is when Georgia was black. You know, I didn't really know, like my family really didn't know about well mixed people until they got up to Boston. You know, and don't forget the real rush came in what, the mid '60s, '70s, yeah. So don't forget they were still learning, but we have never treated anybody different. I'm just being personally honest. Even in Boston, some of these old school singers from the '60s and '70s, they're Cape Verdean. The Tavares, they're Cape Verdeans, and black people always supported them. They always supported them. Their music, their culture, their um their progress. Black Americans was always in the front line supporting them. You know, and it has always been like that. Let's see. Ali says, "What the fuck are you talking about? There's no black communities in America's worse than." Yeah, you're right, Ali. I'll put this up on here. Ali, you are right about that. I don't get him either. Most of our communities are mixed, so if we do have all black communities or majority black communities, it's probably middle class. You know, it's mostly middle class. You know, don't forget everybody tried to invade. Like even in Massachusetts, one of the most known black communities in Massachusetts was Cape Cod. It was Cape Cod. But now, once it was in the '70s and the '80s, they pushed everybody out of Cape Cod. You know, if you ever heard of this movie Inkwell, that was about Cape Cod. My was it middle class black people living in Cape Cod. You know, I know when I get some money, I'm gonna buy a place in Cape Cod. You know, just for historical reasons. You know, so yeah, you're all right, Ali. Ali. I don't know what this man's talking. That's just Shabaka. Shabaka, he be putting on the cape for Africans and just just forget about what Black Americans has done in America. You know, he always wanted to throw an African face or throw an assist to an African or a Caribbean and just not give us any type of oh, what's going on? What's going on, Dorsey? Salute, salute. And not give us no credit of of everything that we have done. And I expect that out of Shabaka. Shabaka, he always talk about he teach nobody. He can't even teach nobody to build a chair. So it is what it is. Yeah. What has FBAs organized FBAs all oh, Shabaka, you say this every day. You say this every show, and you remember what happened with Knock. You remember what happened with Knock. Knock went crazy. He went Macho Man on you, and you was like ah. Yeah, it'll be all right, Shabaka. Let's see. Lala said it's crazy. Facts. It's crazy. It's like they want us to live in a time wrapped of the '60s. That's how. Yeah, you are right about that. We can't live like that, and this is where I say this is where the liberals, the conservatives, the liberals and conservatives, even these alt right white white supremacists, they're not caught up with times. They still like Chug the Builder. He didn't even catch it. Like Chug the Builder, he put himself in a very bad situation because he couldn't catch up with times with having respect for people. He wants to go back into the 1940s and the 1950s when you could call black people niggers and they'd be scared of you. And this is where people got to understand we are not our grandparents. We are not our grandparents. And most of our and I'm gonna say this, most of our grandparents fought, most of our aunties fought, but they put a special lens on us on certain black people like Martin Luther King and John Lewis and them folks, where they were getting beat the fuck up. The ones that were talking about taking moral high roads and stuff like that. When people disrespect you, turn in the other cheek. But as I always tell people, why don't they talk about Martin Luther King before he died, before he passed away? People be taught they're gonna be like, oh shit, hold up. Martin Luther King was talking crazy. He was talking crazy. He was talking about reparations. He was talking about what was owed to black Americans. And Martin Luther King died in the 60s. But guess what? Let's ask the question, how many people supported that? Those are the questions that you need to ask. Of course, there will always be cultural differences. The FBAs is not doing anything but trying to divide people. Shabaka, all right. Let me ask you a question. I'm not putting that bullshit up. That shit's stupid. Let me ask you a question, Shabaka. I said cultural differences in shows like mine, also known as a Black American. We do people do shows like this. I'm gonna ask you a question. Where do you think I get all this information from? Where do you think I get all this the way how people feel? I also try to come from a non-biased way where black people, Latinos, Asians, Africans, Arabs, they talk about how they feel about certain situations. Even if I don't agree with it, at the end of the day, this is just how they feel. I can't be like, well, you know what? That's only one people. No, this is why I say sometimes, and Tony Gonzalez is right. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural differences that collided. You know, and it happens sometimes. But at the end of the day, Black Americans try to fix it. Black and I'm gonna say our aunties try to fix. Our aunties and our uncles try to fix it. Yes, they try to fix it. It can't be fixed. The only people who can fix it is them who has the problem. Like you, Shabaka, you have a problem with Black Americans. The reason why you have a problem with Black Americans because they're not following Pan Africans. You're saying shit that they said 80 years ago. You're saying shit that they said 80 years ago. The only people who could save Black Americans is Pan Africans. They've been saying that shit since the 60s, the 50s, and the 60s. And the thing about it, a lot of Black Americans were devoted to the Pan African movement. It just doesn't work. You still talking about their building in Africa. A lot of these countries just got their independence. So how long we gotta wait for y'all to build something in Africa? How long we gotta wait for y'all to have some type of like unity in Africa? Like, and for example, a prime example is South Africa. Prime example is South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal. Like we see how their people talk about this. We see their celebrations when they were enslaving their own people and selling them to Europeans. We seen celebrations like that. We see how they treat their own people. So it's just, what do you want us to do, Shabaka? Do you want us to still be blind of what's going on in them countries? Are there some great parts? Yes, there are great parts in Africa. But at the end of the day, it's just, it doesn't work for Black Americans. We can't live like that. Will we go to Africa? Yeah, for probably like 3 days, and we'll be ready to get the fuck out of there. That's it. We're ready to get the fuck out of there. Like, oh, these fucking flies is bothering me. I gotta get the fuck out of here. There ain't that many flies in the South than in fucking Africa. We gotta get out of here. I'm ready to go home. That's how I would be. I'm ready to go the fuck home. If another mosquito bite me again, we're gonna have a problem. You know? And you, like I said, Shabaka, you're a real Marcus Garvey. You talk about Africa so much and never been to Africa. So like this is where I'm saying, like, Shabaka, you're fighting a battle not with us, it's with your peoples. Your people are Pan-Africans. You should be asking the Pan-Africans, when is this shit gonna be built? When is this unity in Africa that you talk about is gonna be built? You arguing with me, you're arguing with me, and I don't even want to go to Africa. I personally don't want to go to Africa, you know? If any place I'm gonna go where there's Africans, I will go to France or Belgium, you know? Because actually, and I'm gonna be personally honest, in France, they work together. They work together. They work with the Arabs. They work with other Africans, Caribbeans. Like they work together. Like that's why I tell them all the time, they're the real Black people of Europe. People in France. It's not even. And the thing about it, they keep their culture in Africa. Like Shabaka, technically Pan Africans don't have a culture. You get some shit from somebody who lived in a mud hut for 20 years and say, like, yo, this is our culture. Then when we ask, like, yo, what country are we gonna go in Africa? You start talking about fucking a country that's about to go to war. Bikini Faso. Like they're about to go to war. You want us to go over there and help them. And there's enough people over here that we should be helping. Like, I'm just being personally honest. How does that make sense? It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. Shabaka is the perfect example of age doesn't equal wisdom. And that's why Hollywood was able to use movies as propaganda as again, no, against us so long. Yeah, I agree with you, Lala Brown. I agree with you because it's you're right. You're right. It just doesn't make sense. You know, like where, like the question I would ask Shabaka, where did you get your wisdom from? You know, did you read the wrong books? And did you read the wrong books? And this is how you think? No, those are the question I'm asking. This is why you are talking about Pan Africanism and not what the FBA is not doing. Shabaka, because you know what? That's not the topic question. That's not the topic question. The topic question is, should we support Should we support black and brown immigrants? That's the question, you know? Dear Lala, respect the don't know better. You don't know better. A lot of people who are not doing anything have no right to speak. Name one common. Let me ask you a question, Shabaka. Did you vote? Did you vote? And who did you vote for? That's the question I'm gonna ask you, and I'll come right back to you when you do answer. Uh, I want to know who you vote for the last election, presidential election. Who did you vote for? I used to love that movie. Inkwell, yeah, that movie's. I love that movie. Let's see. All third world countries, culture vulturing. Something from the U.S. Facts. Native Americans, motherfuckers belong wherever their ancestors' bodies. All right, it's not in our true DNA. What is it? Land. Yeah, facts. I agree with you, poor hacker. I do agree with you to a certain extent. I'm gonna say this: they do take stuff from they do take stuff from Black Americans. In this modern day era, yes, they do take stuff from um, Black America, but we influence and we inspired their culture. And I think right now with them, I think it's an entitlement. They feel like they're entitled to everything because we influence their culture when people were shitting on their culture. When niggas was running around thinking they had chicken bones in their nose and having their booty cheeks out with a spear and one thin of hair, tied in another chicken bone. Black Americans was the first one to say that's not true. They have a culture. We started doing our own research and started putting their culture out there because a lot of it, we got to be personally honest, a lot of these people don't know their culture. Because don't forget, their culture is historically documented. It's just you have to find it. You have to take time and read through their culture. This is why in 2026 we are telling our story about our culture, and a lot of people have that problem. So yeah, I do agree with you, poor hacker. I just wanted to add a little bit more. We influenced their culture. We made them proud. Even with the Afro beats. The shit's trash to me, but we influenced it and saying like, yo, this is their culture. They doing their thing, even though it was American culture that they were rapping off of. We still supported it. We supported the Whiz Kids and shit like that, because at the end of the day, and I'm gonna say this, Whiz Kid, I can't say anything bad about him. But it's American culture. It's a Africa meets American culture. It is what it is. Do I shit on? I do I shit on it? No, I'm not gonna shit on it because that's their culture. But it is American culture. You can have it. I don't want it. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, black man. Nigga, we don't want that shit. If you think that shit's fly, and I'm gonna say this: hip hop in France, that shit is better than Afro beats. The cultural music that they be doing in their country, singing, even doing the drum thing and rapping off of their doing their tribal dances in their country, that shit's dope because it's organic. Afro beats is really not organic. And that's why it's not busting. That's why it's not hitting. This is why when I say like, yo, I think certain things in African culture is dope. It's just they don't support it. Their own people don't support it. There's this group in Senegal called ABC Rhythm, I think it's called, some shit like that. They do all their African dances and stuff like that with their music and stuff like that. It's dope. I think it's dope because at the end of the day, it shows the countryside of their country. It shows that their people are actually getting along and they're happy, even though that they're going through what they're going through. You know, one of the guys who sings Bokoko, I think he's from Congo. He's dope, and he used his tribe music. It's organic. It's just their people don't support it. They support Afrobeats because they think it's gonna go everywhere. Instead of supporting their organic stuff, showing what's popping in their country, they don't support it. I put it this way: a person from Boston, Massachusetts, who lived in Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, should not be telling Africans about their culture. Should it be representing their fucking music? And it's crazy. And this is why I always tell people all the time, why do I have to do it? And they should be doing that shit. This is why this is why I always tell people the niggas in France, they support all that cultural music that they have. They support it. But when you come to Americans, Africans in America, they don't do that shit. They don't do it. They're so entitled of what black Americans have, they don't support this shit that actually represents them. It has always been like that. And I'm gonna give you a prime example, Shabaka. I'm saying great things about Africa. I'm saying the beautiful organic music that they have, and Shabaka wants to talk about FBAs. I could bring up some Africans from the 80s. The only people who were supporting them was some of their people from their country, but black Americans. Fila. What's his name? Kella Fila. In the 80s, this motherfucker had 20 wives. The people who were really supporting him were black people, black Americans. When the government was busting down on him, going through this stuff, raiding him, black Americans supported him. And some of his people, let me not say that, some of his people were supporting him, but it was predominantly black people. It was predominantly black people. Now black Americans are pushing back because they're saying like, yo, we're supporting these people, but they're trying to take our shit. They're saying disparaging shit, talk about we ain't got no fucking culture. We're delinquents. We're all this and that. Like, come on. But we don't hear Shabaka talk about that. He talk about, yeah, black Americans say, yo, y'all niggas eat bushmeat. The fuck? He said nobody wants Ebola. I don't want to go to the continent where my ding dong falls off. Yo, Dorsey's wilding out right now. Let me see what's like. Let me see what else y'all say. Ali, it's people like him, why the politicians and others think they can talk to us. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you, Lala. And I'm gonna add more. It's the reason why these even the NAACP, the Black Congressional Caucus, they think they could talk to Black Americans like that because we let the shit get away. Well, the elders like Shabaka's eras let them niggas get away with it. Shabaka's didn't fight back. Shabaka just settled with anything. He settled with you vote for blue no matter who. Now black Americans like, yeah, I ain't doing nothing now. I ain't gonna waste my time with this shit and I'm gonna survive regardless. The fuck? If they really want me to help, they need to give me something. They're giving everybody else something. You think I need a symbolic message? No, I don't. I have enough of that. I want to see how much my vote really counts. I'm gonna see what you're really gonna do. Be careful, Chewbacca. The white is want to put you in a wheelchair, push you down. Yeah, Chewbacca's bugging. Life is complete every day, every morning. I wake up. Chewbacca's bugging out. Would you Chewbacca is tricking off his money. Yo, Chewbacca, they getting on you in the live chat. You know, let's see. And this is why you are talking about Pan African. I'm not talking about Pan Africans. I asked you a question, Shabaka. I said, only thing I said to you, I was like, Shabaka, you talk about all this liberation and stuff, and you've been saying it since the 60s. I said, when is it going to be completed? That's all I said. When is it going to be completed? Other than that, I'm talking about black and browns. I'm talking about black and brown immigrants. I have to talk about that because that's the topic. You know, this is why you are talking. He's still talking about Pan Africans. Jesus Christ. Uh, Facts. Go in Akon. He's come back and tell us when Akon City is going to be built. Up. Yeah, it's not going to be done, Lala. Akon City is not going to be built. If you are not organizing anything, you are doing nothing but speaking from the colonial minds. But Shabak is crazy. Um, I'm not supporting them. Love the songs they're making, especially with the green cards. Yeah, the changes, they have to make the changes because you know what? As I said, the people that Shapaka support fucked it up. And like I said, hold on, I got this. I like to get my pictures. I love my pictures. Perfect. Yeah. But yeah, I'll say this, Shabaka. I think personally, you need to fix that South African situation. I think it's gonna get worse. I'm gonna be personally honest with you. I think the South African thing's gonna get worse, and I think you're gonna disappear once it does get worse. You know, I think instead of like trying to get Black American unity, I think you need to get and this is just me. I personally think you should be trying to have unity with South Africa and Nigeria. Because I'm gonna be personally honest, Nigeria has fucked a lot of countries over, especially Ghana. So that's just me, but I could be wrong. That's just me. Shabaka is a revolution, grandpa. Grandpa, LOL. You just bring no value to so it went over. Yeah. They kicking you back at Shabaka. I told you what to do, Shabaka. I gave you advice, and the thing about it, the stuff that I have been telling you, I have been telling you is actually coming back to haunt you. So you can't get mad at me because of that. I told you, I was like Shabaka. I was like the ugly truth about Africa is gonna come out. So if you don't fix it, if you don't fix it, it's gonna get worse. The shit about South Africa came out, and I told you, Shabaka, fix it. You talk about this unity. You need to fix what's going on. You said, hold on, in the way to try. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's Shabaka. You gotta fix it. I think. I think. I think this. I'm gonna say this. I think you do more harm to the black community than you know that you are doing. I do think that. Um, I think you do more harm, yeah, to Black American community than you know. Um, but actually, let's jump into the show. Yeah, let's jump into the show. Fix. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's jump into the show. Not everybody's roots was based on the Atlantic slave trades, Shabaka. A lot of us was already here, so that's that's one of those things that can be true and not true. Because like I said, they only brought over what, less than 400,000 people. And we looked this up. You could go back probably a year and a half ago when me and Kwame looked this up. Me and Kwame looked this up. He was saying it was like 13 million. I'm like, Kwame, what? The fuck are you talking? It wasn't no fucking 13 million. It was like 400,000. I was even hearing 288,000. So um we might even do a show on it, Shabaka, because you keep talking about it. How about this, Shabaka? We can do a Reaper Nation on that. I might even do two shows tomorrow. I mean, two shows Wednesday. I think that would do good. Roots was a fictional. Yeah, it was. He stuck for years. Yeah, I think it was. He stole from a white tea man. Yeah. But uh, let's jump into it. Give me a second. Yeah, let's jump into it. Let's jump into this. The first video I want to watch is, and this is, I'm gonna say this. Oh, thank you, Lala. I'm gonna jump into this one. And the reason why I want to jump into this one because this is California. This is a little bit different. The reason why I want to say I want to jump into a California and how people feel about California, because this shit don't happen in Boston. Um, I'm just being personally honest. There is no Mexican mafia in Boston. There's really not even no MS-13 in Boston. Most of them are in like Chelsea. Are there some MS-13s? Probably, but they're not lit like that because did you ever show Shabaka that picture? Yeah, I showed Shabaka. Shabaka was just nigga explaining as always. Shabaka, he's a special one. You are picking parts of wrong in Africa. The FBA's is bullshit. There were not a lot of us here. Name 10 tribes. We are African. That's why we own nothing. No, Shabaka. The reason why we don't own anything because Black Americans has been exploited since the 1700s. We always have been exploited, and then when we do have something, they always disrupt it. That's why. It's not that we're not smart enough. We're smarter than most people. So that's why I always tell you, Shabaka, like, you know history more than I do, Shabaka. Why do I have to tell you this? Or this is why I don't like arguing with you because it's a lose-lose situation. It's it's a lose, and the reason why I say it's a lose-lose situation because if I show them that I am right, it looks like I'm picking on you. It looks like I'm picking on you. So I'm not gonna do that. And if I don't show it and I just argue with you, it's just like, yo, why am I just babbling? Or I'm emotional, or I'm this and I'm that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna argue with you. That's why I said like it's a lose-lose situation. This is why I say, Shabaka, you know that I'm telling the truth. What am I lying about? What am I lying about? It doesn't do me justice to be right or wrong. So it's what do you want me to do? And if you feel that way, I'm not gonna tell you not to feel that way. You feel that way for a reason. You know, as I already told you, Shabaka, Pan Africans is on their lifeline. They're on a lifeline right now. You can't Shabaka. Technically, there's not even five well-known Pan Africans right now. You want to talk about Pan Africans? There's not five well-known Pan Africans. They're not five well-known Pan Africans. And I'm gonna say this: if you want to talk about King Flex, me and King Flex does the same thing, kinda. When I said that shit about Godfrey, I said, "Yo, Godfrey, he does defend black people to a certain extent, but he is off code. He is off code. Black Americans in Boston, yeah, we do stick together. There's a lot of Caribbeans, but most Black Americans stick together in Boston. Yes, we do. So I don't know what you're talking about, Shabaka. You're from Harlem. The Senegalese took over your city, and they're panhandling and scamming in Harlem. They are. And are there good people who are Senegalese in Harlem? Yes, they're trying to work day by day, but we can't. I'm gonna say this: they need to fix. They need to, you know, kick in the backs of the people who are fucking up in Harlem. You're not supposed to condone the 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 degenerate shit that's going on in Harlem right now, and that's what you do, Shabaka. You're getting mad at me right now because, oh yeah, there's no black unity in Boston. Nigga, how do you know? You're from New York. You're from New York. I'm just being personally honest. You're from New York. What do you know about Boston? I'm just asking you a question. What do you know about Boston? Nah, he never traveled. He never traveled out of Boston. I mean, out of. I'll put it this way. I don't think Shabaka ever traveled out the South or the East Coast. I'm being personally honest. Um, Shabaka. Comedian. Again, Shabaka. Name five relevant Pan Africans. You can't name them because they don't exist anymore. All of those Pan Africans that were doing something, they all got caught for doing freaky things. Host 455 brings the quality of your show. Thank you, I appreciate it. He offers no. He brings no quality of your show. He offers no scholarship and new people. This is what it is, Ali. Shabaka can't adapt. That's the thing. He can't adapt. He can't adapt of what's going on now, and this is what's going on with a lot of Pan Africans. You know, they're stuck. I'm gonna say this. I think they're stuck in the '90s, and the reason why I say in the '90s because in the '90s they were popping. Niggas was out here wearing dashikis, the African medallions. Even in certain parts of the '80s, they were adapting, but they can't adapt anymore. I think they fell off in the in the early 2000s. You know, and I'm gonna say this is when a lot of these Africans and a lot of these Caribbeans and the Latinos, they were feeling bold and really was saying how they were feeling about Black Americans. This is when the internet came out, and this was not the internet, but YouTube came out, and people were really posting stuff of what people were saying. People were selling out for shock jock value, you know? And this is where I think the long game fucked a lot of people up. Like a lot of people are mad at Tariq Nasheed because he adapted. Dave Anderson, he adapted. A lot of these people adapted is just when a lot of these people adapted, they think it's selling out. They think it's some type of some white supremacist behind the behind the curtains, you know, with an agenda. It's weird, you know. It's just like, yo, you gotta adapt, you know. And Shabaka, this is where you know, yo, you probably expired already in this game. If you can't adapt to what's going on, and I'm gonna say this, Shabaka, you're not the only one. A lot of these white supremacists, and a lot of these white supremacists that are young, they already expired. Like the Claviculas and stuff like that. He's probably getting views, but that shit ain't really busting like that. It's only it's only working in his community of niggas who don't know shit, niggas who are losers. This nigga is tell this this little white kid is telling everybody like, yo, you got to be the perfect looking person, and he had plastic surgery. Like I'm gonna be personally honest, clavicula. He's only a new a new fucking Kim Kardashian. That's all he is. He's a whore. He's a whore. He's a real. He talks all this. He's a white to me. He's a opposite of a white. He's a opposite of a Pan African. He's a opposite of a Pan African clavicular. He's a whore to this game. He's talking about, oh yeah, it's the system, it's this and that. No, nigga, you're part of that system. You're just another Kim Kardashian to this game. You're not organic. You're telling these kids to be on fucking steroids. You're telling these kids to get surgeries to look perfect, to be pure. How the fuck are you pure and you're using steroids? You're getting plastic surgery. Then you say, "Oh, I want to be a sponsor to the young men." If anybody who let me tell you something, if anybody follows that advice, you're a fucking idiot. You're worse than the cause was it. What's those magazines that used to pop off the cosmetologians magazines? Those were bad for the fucking community, and they used to call that shit self help. How the fuck you self helping people and you're telling people, yo, wear this stuff, wear that stuff? I'm just being personally honest. Those young kids are not adapting. These kids right now in this era, these kids who are like 20 and up, like 20 to 30, they're not adapting no more. They're not adapting to their own environment. And I'm gonna say this: a lot of these kids, the reason why they're not adapting because they got so much resources where they can't adapt. I remember when I remember back in the days, people was like, yeah, people only use 8% of their fucking brain. We're in 2026. How much brain knowledge a lot of these kids use in this era? Oh, you too, Ali Howard. Nice talking to you. Salute, salute. You know, a lot of these kids ain't using a lot of brain knowledge, especially you, Shabaka. You're supposed to be an elder, man. It's just you're not adapting. You're not adapting to this era. And I'm gonna say this: if I ever end up like you, Shabaka, I'll step back. I would have to step back because what you do and with the knowledge that you have, you hold people back. You hold people back, and I'm gonna be personally honest. You're telling people do Pan Africanism, and not telling the truth of what's going on in that on that continent. You're telling us to work together with people that don't like us, that have problems with us, that envy us. Now that's why I'm asking this question: should we support Black and Brown unity again? I mean, Black and Brown immigrants. I could give you 5 minutes, Dorsey. Yeah, call in. I'll give you 5 minutes. You know, and everybody also too. Like and subscribe to my channel, and also share share to 5 people, share to 5 people and or platforms. It helps build the channel and in the algorithm as well. So thank you if you can do that. And also if you want to donate, I will put it on the live stream. I just wanted to talk a little bit, and I should have been doing this. Give me a second, everybody. So I'm gonna, oh shit, let me not do that. So I'm gonna put my Cash App up here first. So definitely support the Cash App, and I got a new and I have a new GoFundMe for my Jesus Christ. And I have a new GoFundMe for my short film. So definitely support that. Let's see where he's at. No. And I hope y'all like the logo. That's the new logo. I got the logo on top of the oh shit. I got the new logo for the Brother Morningstar. That's one of the new logos. So definitely tap into that. Send in some donations. You know, it's gonna be all right, just now.
Call from.
Dorsey.
To accept, press 1.
What's going on, Joyce? Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on, Bronze? What's happening, my man? Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you. You too, man. Thank you for your service.
No, ain't no problem about that, man. That's what it's supposed to be out, but it's also supposed to be about the memory of the ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you see what I'm saying? Memorial is supposed to be the memory of the people who played an important part in your life. So, let me explain something to you about what's happening. Back in the 70s and the 80s, the black community helped the Latinos and the Africans come here into America and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
and settle down. And what happened is with the Latinos, especially out here on the West Coast and so forth, with Cesar Chavez and so forth, they established an alliance so that they could come up, right? The farm workers and so forth, the unions, Martin Luther King, Chavez, Chavez and Malcolm X and so forth. So they was like, hey, we'll help each other in each other's cause. So it was a temporary alliance because, that people who call themselves the Chicanos, the Mexican Americans, not the immigrant Mexican Americans, the original Mexican, the La Bambas. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Zoot Suit. the Zoot Suit Mexicans. You had been in contact with black culture or FBA culture for over 3 or 4 decades, because you remember Cab Calloway and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They were coming in, Dizzy Gillespie, all that kind of stuff. So that was the culture back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had identified with us. That's how come they was able to go ahead and adapt into the rock and roll. Where did rock and roll come from? Black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Berry, all that. So La Bamba did his thing, and we recognized that, and we didn't hate. So what happened is there was a similarity in the cultures and so forth. Americanized Mexicans, right?
Mm.
So that bond was established, and then when the '70s came in, we was cool with them. But what happened is Ronald Reagan stepped in and used it as a divisive wedge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then what happened is when the black people and the brown people were saying, well, we don't want to be maids and we don't want to be gardeners no more. When they were telling Ronald Reagan this is when Jerry Brown became governor.
Mm.
So he allowed them to come into government. This is how they got their foot into government in the administrative part, the bureaucratic part. You see where I'm coming from? Working for the gas company, working for the power company, working for City Hall, working for the police stations.
Mm.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So once they got them people in there, that's when they unionized and they established those unions and the contracts and all that, right?
Yeah.
So by the time they had established, like, yeah, we working together, woo, 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 right? Ain't no problem. But what Ronald Reagan did, he brought in another class of Mexicans.
Mm.
Those was the immigrants.
Mm.
Those was the people that they called with the B word. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And the WB, the Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So let's just say the Warner Brothers, right? So they brought once the Warner Brothers came in, they started filling in those gaps that the blacks, the kids who used to get those summer jobs, well, guess what? They gave it to the Warner Brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is then the division started coming in because Ronald Reagan was the first cause of the immigration flood into America.
Mm.
Because once he let them in through California, he did what? He gave them amnesty.
Mm-hmm.
He said the ones I already got. That way he got a little more vote into the See, that's when they started converting over to the Republican Party, because the Republican parties were starting to turn a blind eye to the Warner Brothers.
Mm. So let me ask you a question. So do you think the Republicans was a cause of this?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So
Because
why do they blame Democrats for it though?
because I mean, hey, man, if I'm a lie, I might as well put the lie on.
Mm.
It wasn't me. When has the Republicans told the truth about anything? But what I find it is that people are so gullible. See, people want instant results.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? And so, think about it. They went from George Bush, right,
Mm-hmm.
to Obama.
Jesus Christ.
Landslide, right?
Yep.
Then when Obama got everything settled and stabilized for America, not white America, not black America, America.
Mm-hmm.
Then everybody then started wanting to blame everybody else for what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. And the thing
You see what I'm saying?
about it, Obama cut a lot of shit. He cut a lot of shit, and most people don't know that. They think, oh yeah, this was under Joe Biden. No, Obama cut a lot of shit. Obama did, and the thing what made Obama good, I think he was a sucky president, but what made him good that he didn't promise anything. He didn't promise
Yeah,
nobody.
well, see, that's the whole problem. We thought that once we had one in, that we were going to keep continually to get black presidents coming in, but nobody was able to step up to the plate. You understand what I'm saying? Because look, who was the next one that's supposed to be in the line? What's
Kamala.
the one with the little?
Kamala.
No, not come. The dude. What's his name? Jeffries or whatever his name is. You know what I'm talking about?
Was that
The
Hat
one with the name.
Jeffrey?
No, the one with the little. Yeah, Hakeem Jeffries or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Oh, the one who's doing all the nigga shit in Texas. I mean, in like what is it, Arkansas or some shit like that?
Yeah, they thinking that they're gonna be somebody who's gonna be able to do that. But see, the whole thing is Obama came through the state of Illinois. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he had that Midwest. He had that Midwest vibe to him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
He cosplayed.
So
He cosplayed all the way to the fucking top.
right. And then he said, "Hey, I'm just gonna play this. I'm gonna keep my nose clean, and I'm gonna ride on the coattails of who my family is, and who is his family.
George Bush. He's part of the
Who is his family?
what, the African or the white woman?
The white woman.
I don't know his mama. I don't know his mama. But
If you look up the lineage through his white mom, Obama was related to George Bush Jr.
yeah, I said that. Yeah.
and Harry S. Truman
Mm.
and Teddy Roosevelt. Man, look how many presidents that's in the lineage of where he comes. So his mom, check this out. His mom was one of them spoiled ass white girls. You know, you all right, man?
Yeah, my phone going on. Got it.
Oh, okay. Check this out. His mom was one of those spoiled ass white girls who went on vacation to Hawaii and hooked up with an African man for that D, nigga.
Mm.
Think about it. He was conceived in Hawaii back in what was that, the 70s?
Yeah, and Hawaii's not cheap.
Exactly. At that time, man, an airplane ticket back in the day, and we talking about the 70s, an airline ticket to Hawaii was like $798 one way. That's the 70s.
Mm.
So imagine a girl who went by her damn self, unchaperoned now, to Hawaii, and was in Hawaii long enough to get that D and conceive a baby. And then went.
By hold on. By a man who had 11 of like 10 of the kids, I believe.
Thank you. And then the mom returned home and the family take them in. Don't kick them out the house. Don't tell her to go get an apartment. Raise that child, because Obama admit that his grandma used to say some way out shit. He said his grandma was racist.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. A lot of them old school white women were. They didn't like black wee. They were racist.
Right. So when I'm sure she called him black bastard a couple of times. Like, you no good daddy, you black bastard. You left my daughter high and dry. But guess what? He got the best of education. Nigga went to Harvard, Princeton, all them places. If you born in the ghetto, this ain't good times, nigga. You ain't gonna get no scholarship.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So getting back to the subject, so when he went to those schools, man, he learned the art of diplomacy. That's what they don't understand, man. The man was a diplomat. Why do you think he was welcome all around the motherfucking world? He knew how to act when he went into other people's houses.
Yeah. He knew how to code switch. He knew how to code switch.
Exactly. So when he went into Iran and made that deal with Iran, come on, man.
He knew how to use he knew how to use his Arab side. Yeah, he knew how to use his Arab side. Because don't forget, his middle name is Hassan. So
exactly.
It's like
Barack, nigga.
Yeah.
So when he learned how to be diplomatic, see, that's what he was. He was a diplomatic and he was a diplomatic president.
Yeah.
So he wasn't no domestic president. Shit, he didn't bring. Hey, check this out. The price of chicken wings didn't go down because of Obama, did they? Huh?
Nah, not even close.
Did the price of gas go down because of Obama? Huh?
Nope. You know, what Obama did is he put more money for people to do stuff in the future. You know,
Man,
that's what Obama did.
Obama promoted commerce, international commerce.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So look at it from this way. What's that shit that they have, in the neighborhoods for black women? What's some other beauty shop, cosmetic shop?
Yeah.
Horsehair was at its lowest motherfucking price, fucking with them Chinese people
Mm-hmm.
for them weaves and shit, right?
Facts.
In turn, because of the lower prices, black women was able to, who did hair, who had their own little beauty shops in their house, was able to flip some money, right? Meaning that was going up more toward their profit, right?
Yep.
Okay. You see that it's like it accumulates. When you put more money in the street, the economy is good. As soon as the money dry up in the street, the economy goes bad.
Mm-hmm. But they've been taking the money.
So,
That's the thing. They've been taking that fucking money, and I think that's where they fucked up at. You know, that's just me. I think they fucked up when they took the money. You know,
who took the money?
the governments, rich people. That shit didn't go. That shit ain't going back to the streets no more. It didn't stay in the
Nah,
city.
nah.
They took it and say, "Yo, you know what? We made all this money." That's why in that first was it that first the first thing with what's his name, Trump. Everybody thought Trump had a whole bunch of money. No, Trump fucked the money up. But at the end of the day, we already knew that. That's why when people was talking about those tax breaks and shit, I already knew. And I told people all the time, yo, shit's gonna triple. I'm talking about we're gonna pay triple the taxes.
Okay, have you ever heard of the Mardi Gras?
What, Louisiana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what that originally started from?
What?
Okay, when the pirates used to have their little villages and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, they had a population of people and shit, but they was broke. They couldn't really do shit because they pirates.
Yeah.
Well, when the ships came back and they had to plunder, the motherfuckers would go down the street on a wagon, standing up and throwing out the coins and the jewelry, and to everybody got a piece of the pie.
Mm. Mm.
So now the street got money. So now the woman is able to trade the pearls in order to get some services done. You see what I'm saying? And then the man who has the gold coin, he goes over and buys a keg of beer, helping the bartender out. See, when the money's in the street, the money rotates. Ain't nobody saving no money on the street, nigga. We spending money.
Yep.
Nobody saves money on the street. We spend money.
Yeah, because you gotta spend money
So
to
then
make
that
money.
helps the economy. Huh?
You gotta spend money to make money.
Right, because in the 90s, man, the motherfucking fast food places stayed open 24 hours a day.
Yep.
Think about it, Bronze. Back in the 90s, shit used to stay open. The Walmarts, the Kmarts, everything stayed open 24 hours a day because people was working and the money was out there.
Yeah.
And that's what the rich people refuse to. They refuse to look at it in a realistic way. And people keep telling them, if you don't have this money out here and these babysitters, so these women can go out here and spend that money out at the club,
Yeah.
and at the little barbecue pits and at the Waffle Houses.
True.
Let's keep it real.
All right, 30 more seconds, Dorsey. 30 more seconds. I got to start the show.
So, like I said, with the black and the brown, when we did have a coalition and so forth, it was for that generation. Now you have a new generation of immigrants who have no allegiance with us. They don't appreciate what the people who came before them went through.
Mm.
So because they have no roots, think of it this way: when a tree has no roots, when the wind blows, that shit kick over.
Mm.
That's why they're able to deport their ass.
Yeah.
That's why they're able to ice their ass because they have no roots. Because if you have a root, the roots give up a resistance. Resistance means you fight. That's why they just bow over and bend over.
Mm.
You know where I'm coming from? The real mother, because you know and I'm finna land my plane. You know why these Mexican people have not allied with the FBA community?
Why?
Because the Mexican mafia told them not to.
Mm. I believe that too. I believe that too.
And they got their legs. Why you think the Mexicans ain't fighting?
Yeah.
Because the Mexican mafia told them not to.
Yep.
Because if they fight back, then the U.S. government is going to come down on their ass full force. And they don't want to lose their drug money.
And the thing about it, they are coming down on them. That's the thing. They are coming on. That's why you think, yo, they're running up in Mexico. They're running up in Venezuela. Let me tell you what. Let me
Pun,
tell you what. Let me tell you what's. I think next gonna be El Salvador.
pun.
What's up?
They not confiscating El Telemundo.
No.
They ain't motherfucking Univision. They ain't hitting them corporations that they know they laundered that motherfucking money through.
Mm,
Keep it real, nigga.
not
They
yet.
ain't what's some motherfucker Goya beans and all that shit.
Yeah, not yet.
Nigga, you think you gonna be a motherfucking multi-billionaire corporation slinging beans, nigga?
Nah, I don't think so. You doing
That's
better
that
things.
drug money that's been laundered.
Mm-hmm.
And the government know about this shit, and they told the Mexican mafia, if you say any motherfucking thing, we garnishing all y'all shit. We know about them offshore accounts. We know about these dummy motherfucking corporations y'all done set up.
Mm.
Why you think? Think about it. When the Democrats was in office, some goddamn cartels was cutting the ass, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Facts.
Soon as Trump came, he told that motherfucking Mexican president, "Bitch, shut up and roll over," and she did.
Mm-hmm.
Cartels ain't said shit, have they?
Nah, they haven't done nothing yet. Mm-mm.
Exactly. They ain't bombed shit. They ain't did a damn thing because they like, man, we not messing up this money.
You see what happened
We
when
not
they
messing up.
remember when they killed them black folks, those black Americans, and America ran down there. They gave the people who shot that shot the was it those was it the just everyday people. Yeah, they gave them people. Yeah, it was like little kids too. It was like
Okay, and then, okay,
it
hold up.
was,
I bounced off the wrong way. I got to make another pass around. Now, you a man of the streets, right? And I'm not trying to besmirch your lifestyle or your reputation, but if them motherfuckers was shutting down all the goddamn cocaine that was coming from Venezuela to what Cuba or wherever they was doing, right?
mm-hmm.
How much is the price of the cocaine on the street now?
I don't even know.
Because guess what? They brought the damn cocaine in on trucks.
Yep. And then one
The,
thing I
the
always tell people all the time: if you can't get it from one place, you can get it from another. So
right,
it's
they got you looking at. Yeah, the price of cocaine ain't went up.
nah. That shit might even went
Thank
down
you.
because
It went down
yeah.
because these clowns just used it as an excuse to invade for the gold and the oil that was in Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
If it was really about drugs, then these people would be out here killing themselves in order to motherfucking bring that shit across the border.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear shit.
Nope. You don't hear nothing at all.
So I land my plane, sure, got my plane, grabbed my luggage, running through the like OJ. Oops, I'm sorry, old lady, I didn't mean to bump into you. A spin off. Oh, let me get some right here. Got my burger now, waiting for my limo. I'll see y'all later, baby. West Coast.
Shout out to Dorsey. Shout out to Dorsey, everybody. Dorsey always does a great job when he be talking. I'm gonna add a little bit more. A lot of that stuff has went down. A lot of that stuff don't make money anymore. I think if you're a drug dealer, it's just you're just a fucking idiot. Because I don't think drugs are making any type of money. Yo, I'm gonna be personally honest. A lot of these Spanish folks who be selling drugs out here in the East Coast, I don't think they're making money like that. They're probably making $5,000 to $6,000 and shit like that. Because people been getting caught with little baby money. I'm gonna be personally honest. I remember niggas was getting caught with 50,000, 80,000, 100,000. Niggas ain't even getting caught with 10 to 15,000 anymore. I'm gonna be personally honest. Fentanyl is just too small and it's killing people and stuff like that. I think I think fentanyl is a problem because it's leaving bodies. You know, and that's just me. I think because it's like I said, it's leaving bodies. Um, and it's mostly like foreign people selling that shit. Black people ain't selling that shit no more. You know, I'm gonna be personally honest. Black people ain't selling. I don't think black people are selling drugs like that. I think if anything, they're selling weed in dispensaries. So yeah, that's just me. I might be wrong, as I always say. I might be wrong, but I'm just giving you another way of thinking. But let's start this show. We're gonna. I'm gonna show you the unity that is actually in California. You know, like I said, Massachusetts is different. Like I said, it's different. You know, the South is different. You know, like certain parts of the South, Texas is. You know, it's probably different, but you know, they're more of a kumbaya in Texas. But nah, certain places in the South, nah, niggas pull out guns on you. So
Inglewood, when you rolling through South, when you personal slave at home.
Today, we will hear anti blackness from Hispanics proving there never was any black and brown coalition. Check it out.
Blacks are scared of Hispanics. The proof is right there in the pudding. Look, an SA can move in any one of y'all hoods and create a gang. If everybody in Compton and all these gangs was in LA, these black gangs was so tough, then why is y'all sharing y'all hood with a Hispanic gang? Why is they still in y'all hood if y'all so tough, y'all so gun-ho? Why is them dudes still there? Y'all can't even get the essays out y'all hoods. But soon as a black family move over there, y'all wanna him. Like I said, I don't care about how they feel about that. It's the truth. And until y'all acknowledge that, LA gonna continue to be Mexico. Dead.
I heard different. I don't know if he's mad at certain black folks. Sometimes shit can be emotional, but sometimes shit could be the truth. So you know, I'll take it as face value. If it's true or not. That's just me. It's trying to say. Gay black. Shabaka, we already know that. We already know that.
You don't see nothing but the corn man in all y'all hoods, bro. And this ain't no disrespect to the corn man or the Hispanic race, but the truth is the truth. They took that. They took LA, bro. They took it. And this is another way you could tell that the blacks are scared of Hispanics. What I want everybody that's looking at this interview to do, I want you to when you driving up Fig, when you driving down Manchester, when you rolling through Inglewood, when you rolling through South Central, when you rolling through Compton, I want everybody to take notice of something. The Hispanic kids, they can go jog up Rosecrans. They got to get ready for the track team. They can go walk to the store with each other. Ain't got no problems.
As Tony Gonzalez said, it's culturally different. As I told Tony Gonzalez, shout out to him too. Um, and this is why I say it's a cultural differences. We don't be worrying about Mexicans. We don't even be worrying about Mexicans or no Latinos. Black Americans just be worried about black folks, you know. And I'll vouch for that. So what he's saying is kind of a strong man's argument. He is right. A Mexican probably could jog through a black neighborhood because we don't fucking worry about them. We out here, we about money, we about business. If it makes money, if it makes dollar, it makes sense. And this is why I say it's a tribal thing. This is why I tell people I I wouldn't personally me, I only support black Americans and maybe certain immigrants, people with immigrant backgrounds, you know? And if you call me selfish for it, yes, I am selfish. And I will agree with that. I will agree with that. I don't support a lot of immigrants. It's just me. Do I support immigrants? Yes, to a certain extent. But do I support all of them? No. First of all, it's not my fucking fight. Second of all, it's not my problem. Third of all, they say that they create doctors and lawyers and all this other shit. So why the fuck would you need a black American's help? Why would you even care about what a black American is doing? That's the real question. So it's like I said, it doesn't make black Americans care about making money. We always been a money type of making place. We always been about like solving problems. This is why we don't ask people for help. If it's not our own people, we don't ask people for help. But if you see us talking crazy or jumping in our business, yes, we're gonna say something. And Mexicans in California, you can tell, like, okay, you know what? They don't like black people. They don't. You can tell. It's like, come on, if you always got to infiltrate what a person do, that means a person is doing something right. And like I said, I think it's a jealous thing now. I'm gonna come to a point where I say it's a jealous thing when you care about what a black man does, and it doesn't involves you. Black Americans is talking about reparations. Mexicans are like, oh yeah, we deserve reparations because this used to be our land. Nigga, you sold it. You sold it for some weed and some liquor. What the fuck? Because it used to be yours and you sold it, you think you're entitled to it back? No, it means you got to follow the laws of the land. We don't give a fuck about what you think. You moved back to it, changed cultures. It is what it is. You sold it for some weed and some liquor and didn't see the real value of it. If you want to blame somebody, blame your drug addict fucking ancestors. That's what they were. If you sold some land for some weed and some liquor, you got You got a problem.
Jose can go sell his oranges at the corner of the freeway, can set up a whole taco, watermelon stand all outside, and nothing happens to him. Nothing happens to him, bro. Hispanic kids can be kids in Compton and Inglewood. They can be regular people. They can treat South Central and LA and Compton like the suburbs. Nobody's gonna say anything to them, but let a black person, a black child, a black teen try to jog up Rosecrans or Avalon or Long Beach Boulevard or Manchester or Inglewood, anywhere. He gonna be getting banged on, and it ain't even gonna be by Hispanics. It's gonna be by his own people.
Now that we're stomping for reparations, boy, you got some of these Mexican cats are talking about how they should get reparations first. Remember some of those
I just said it.
Latinos out here?
I just said it.
Were talking against reparations, and some of the people that were vandalizing our businesses are anti-reparationists. Now, I want to play this clip. This Mexican dude was talking about how they should get reparations first. We talking about reparations. They should get reparations. Now listen to this. Hold on.
I do not consider this the United States, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. This is our land. We did not cross no borders. This was promised to us.
Right.
This is our land. So by reparations, we need our land back. You can go now. So if anybody's gonna speak up about that, though, that would be a big part of our reparations. Not just money, give us money, and then what are you gonna do? Spend it, and then what are you gonna have left? That was part of their agreement when they made all these agreements with indigenous tribes as well as the North American Indians, which aren't separate from us. They're the same.
No, they're not, because the non-speaking natives in Mexico are treated horribly. They're discriminated
They
against.
said they offered them money, minuscule.
He don't talk about that shit. And this is like, that's the thing. And this is why I always talk about anti-blackness in Latino communities. It has always been like that. And the reason why is because they want to be white. And I get it. That's why the La Raza shit comes in with the Mexicans and certain other Latin American countries. So, and it, like I said, it is what it is. But you can't get. And I always tell people, you can't get mad at me. We're watching the video of what a Hispanic is saying to an Afro Latino. We see how they treat people with fair skin. Do all countries do that? No, but there's a lot. There's a lot. And this is why I always tell people all the time. I was like, if I do go to a Latin place, I want to go to the darkest place, the blackest place. That's just me.
Amounts of money for their land. So reparations should come with speaking about getting our land back.
Okay. Yeah, they're using the term reparation. What reparations you gonna get? If you're gonna get some reparations, you need to holler at Spain, which is what y'all not gonna do.
Cardi B saying that if it wasn't for black people, Hispanics or Latinos wouldn't be living comfortably in the United States, it's a bull of crap. Because you're talking about the same black people who campaigned to have us deported all last year, the ones who said we're gonna sit this one out.
This is how they feel. This is why I say the entitlement comes in. This is what you call entitlement at its best. Because we want to sit out of an election. You're mad at black Americans because they sat out. First of all, you wasn't supporting them. Second of all, you don't like them. Like, come on, like you can't get mad at black Americans. And the thing about it, you're not even mad at the real problem. Why aren't you mad at the real white Americans that was saying like, yo, we support deportation? Why aren't you mad at even certain Latinos that was saying like, I support deportation? Too much of you motherfuckers is here doing stupid shit. There were people who are legal that were immigrants that say, yo, we need to deport some of these people. I don't want them making our community look bad. But that's the thing I've been saying for a year and a half. You got to police your own people. You got to police your own people. You got to make them hold accountability when they fuck up. But none of y'all wasn't doing that. Y'all wanted to talk about FBA. Y'all wanted to talk about black Americans. You wanted to talk about degeneracy. And this is what happened. Now they're targeting you. And I've been telling you that. I was saying that because I was trying to help y'all. Y'all got to police your people. You want black unity, you got to police your people who are doing the stupid shit. That's what y'all. Oh, I'm not one man, but if a lot of y'all ain't doing it, why aren't you policing the degenerates? This is what I have been asking. Now look at that. Let's listen to what he has to say. Now he want to blame Cardi B, a person who I think she's an Afro Latina. I don't even think she's like Trinidadian. I think she's Afro Latina, if that.
Campaigned to have us deported all last year, the ones who said we're gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, I did that.
We owe our comfortability to them. And I'm sorry, but the only people who Latinos and Hispanics, illegal immigrants or any kind of immigrants owe their comfortability to is to the hard work that they put in. Because black people are not going out and working for me and giving me their paycheck. That's white people who you're referring to. That's the race that enslaved them. That got nothing to do with us. And Hispanics earn their money. They wake up early, go out, work, and earn their money. That's who they owe their comfortability to, their hard work. But saying that Hispanics or Latinos owe their comfortability here in the United States to black people when they're actively campaigning to have us get kicked out is just comical.
Hispanic people genuinely see black.
So I'm spewing hate because I warned them. I said, police your people. Then after that, a lot of people. Then we can talk about, unity. We heard what Be Active say. We heard what SP said. SP started calling us niggers. In Shabaka, you didn't say anything. You said, a lot of y'all are. Remember? You said a lot of us are niggers. Remember you said that? And this is why I said Pan-Africans is a part of the problem. Because you support Pan-Africanism, but you support other people calling black people niggers who don't like black people and think he has a past because he got a Belizean girlfriend. That's entitlement. Shabaka, because you see one black person call, you know what? How about this, Shabaka? I support that now. I support people calling now. I support people calling now. Because people like you, Shabaka. Why not me just not stay? Why not let me stay out of it, but you want me to jump into it? Okay. People should call. Like, if you really want black people to be a part of the problem, they can. Black people just want to stay out of it, but you want us to be in it. Okay. I advise people to call now. And what I'm going to start doing is putting the number up on the screen. And I'm going to say, because of Shabaka, people need to call ICE. Because of Shabaka wouldn't shut the fuck up. He lies. Call ICE, yeah. Why not call him? Shabaka gave us a reason to call ICE now. And you said Africa's beautiful, so they wouldn't mind going back.
Black people is less, bro. About 2 years ago, I got in an argument with my family. And one of the things we were talking about was cops and like politics. I was like, nah, I mean, there's children dying like every day to police officers. Like, this just happened. A child was just shot in his front yard like a day ago, a week ago. That was like, no, it didn't. I've had certain family members, no business talking about people's work ethics or like people's politics, right? But they'll sit there and be like, no, but like black people are lazy.
Black people will be discriminated against in a Latin American country. If you're leaving America to get away from...
Auntie's trying to poop. She got that Malax. That's I think that stuff makes you poop. Yeah.
discrimination, and you're moving to a Latin American country thinking that you're not going to be discriminated against, you're wrong. I've been hearing a lot about people that have moved to Mexico and are complaining that they're being discriminated against in Mexico. Let me tell you something. Mexico discriminates against their own Mexican people that are darker shade than the rest of them.
I just said that. And the thing about it, I'm going to say that. I heard that from even other Latinos. I even heard that from other Latinos. And this is the people who think I'm saying shit bad. No, I heard this from other Latinos too. Latinos hate on other dark Latinos. You know, like I remember, I remember when I called a Dominican black. I'm no black, and he called me, "You're Haitian," like it was gonna offend me. What's wrong with Haitian people? I said, and it's just because a lot of Dominicans don't like Haitians. Even though I think Haiti is a part of the Dominican Republic, I think they're a part of each other. I think they need to work together and rebuild both of those countries. They could use all their resources and rebuild, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It has always been a part of the. Nope, Shabaka, you're the part of the problem, Shabaka. You can't blame other people.
In Mexico, there's a lot of states that have very fair skin and blue eyes people. The people that have indigenous features, the very dark skin, the black hair, are discriminated against. So you coming to live to Mexico and think that you're not going to be discriminated against is a fallacy. This is not just in Mexico. It happens everywhere in Latin America. Black people are discriminated against. In Honduras, there's an entire community of Garifunas. And Garifunas have been in Honduras for hundreds of years. And to this day, they discriminate against them. They remove their land. Some of them even get murdered. It's a battle Garifunas have gone through for decades with Honduras, because Honduras to this day does not recognize Garifunas as part of being part of Honduras. And so I grew up looking at Garifunas as if they were subculture, subhuman. I'm telling you, you think that you're leaving the U.S. and moving to a Latin American country to escape racism. You're not escaping racism. And you need to understand that that's just the way things are. And it's very acceptable.
Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of messed up racist posts talking about nobody wants to raise a black baby, that Mexicans don't want to raise a black baby, whites, blacks again, that they don't want to raise a black baby. But I'm going to have to disagree for me personally, because I definitely would adopt a little black baby. Who wouldn't want to have their own personal slave at home? Just kidding. But also, that's the best chances that I have at somebody close to me becoming a pro athlete. If by the age of 10, I notice that he sucks at sports, he's annoying, and he be stealing and doing all that stuff, then I'm just going to send his ass back and try again. Hopefully the next one's good.
Are you black?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm Cuban.
Oh.
That's how, and the thing about it, that's why I said this is how they care. And like I said, it is what it is, man. I don't take no offense of it, but it's that's just how they feel about black people. And like me, y'all know I don't push hate, but at the end of the day, I do push awareness. I do push awareness. I do see certain Latins or Africans or Caribbeans being on the side of black Americans, but it's not that much because it's a cultural thing. One, and I'm gonna say this: the reason why a lot of these old school Latins and Cubans and Africans do what they do is because they don't want to lose their culture. It's more of a fear thing. That's how I look at it. I look at it as a fear thing. The FB. What the FB? Shabaka's weird. But yeah, it's more of a fair thing. We'll see because we're hearing how they feel, and this is California.
I just heard you said my is like.
Nah, Guichi, baba.
Huh?
Guichi, Cuban, born and raised in Cuba.
No, you said though.
Yeah, I say that word. Yeah, I say. Yeah,
why though?
You're not from me. That's how. Are you recording me? That's crazy. You're weird as hell for that.
Yeah.
But all right, in Miami, I'll explain this. In Miami, every Cuban, we don't get heat with it.
I'm gonna tell you something though. You should not say that word though.
No. I mean, bro,
our
grandma's full black.
But y'all not black though.
Nah, I don't
So you shouldn't say it. Like if there was a Cuban slang or slur, I would never say
That's
that.
how Cubans say it. We say it.
I'm just telling you, it's not cool.
I mean, that's not about a matter of being
See?
cool. Like,
There you go.
I'm just saying, it's disrespectful though.
To who?
To black people.
So why do the black people here not give if I
Who
say
else
it?
is black?
No, not here. I'm saying wherever I say it.
Because they're stupid.
Oh, so everyone else is stupid, but you're not. That's what I'm hearing.
The black people
So
who
you
think
sound
it's
racist.
okay
So
for you to say.
No, because you're saying the black people that say it's okay when you say it.
I'm black.
Okay, but the black people here say it's okay when I say it.
Man, and the thing about it too, in Florida, they're Haitians. They're Haitians and Jamaicans, probably Afro Latino. So this is why I had to give the pushback, and this is why I apologize to the Latino community for calling them black. Because at the end of the day, they have been telling me for years that they're not black, and I had to accept that. And that's just me. I apologize when I'm wrong. I was wrong for that. I'm just being personally honest. I was wrong for that. They're white Hispanics. They have admixtures. You know, this man right here, you could tell that he's a white Hispanic. So it's like I said, I apologize to the Latino community about that. That's why I always he's acting like he's in. Yeah, I agree with you, Roland. Shout out to Roland.
They can't give
Because
you a
I come
pass.
from a minority, actually a bigger minority than you.
They can't give you a pass.
But I'm a bigger minority.
What's a
than
bigger
you.
minority?
Cubans? This big. Or a little island this big.
Y'all run Miami. Y'all the majority.
Don't matter.
Miami is 70%
Minority.
Spanish.
Yeah.
We're the
Not
minority.
Cuban. There's more blacks than Cubans in
Just
Miami.
don't say the word. That's all
I'm
I'm
gonna say
saying.
the word and nothing you gonna do about it. If you want, you could do something about it. Because nobody else got an issue with it.
I have an issue with it.
It's just you. Yeah, but you're not even black. To be honest, you're like a light skin. You coming into my spot, you telling me what I can and can't say.
Not black.
I kind of hope you
It's not. Why do you feel comfortable saying?
Because I'm a bigger minority than you.
See, there you go.
I do a lot of business of black.
What
Are you talking about? Like,
he's not black, bro.
I don't need to be black.
What are you trying to make you understand? Like,
Cubans are not black. Unless you're Afro-Cuban. You're definitely not Afro-Cuban.
we're Afro-Cuban. We're Afro-Cuban. We're Afro-Cuban. We're Afro-Cuban.
You're saying hold on, man. My great grandfather's
I'm saying just don't say the word.
Yeah, but I'm Afro-Cuban.
A lot of people don't understand when I say that Mexicans are culturally racist. They think that I'm calling us openly racist. We are culturally racist, and this is how. Part of our culture is to frown upon dark-skinned people. It's been passed down to us by the Spaniards, by our colonizers, by the people that conquered us, taught us that dark skin is inferior, light skin is superior. We were taught that. It was passed down to us, meaning it's part of our culture. We are culturally racist in this aspect. That doesn't mean I go out in the streets and want to hurt black people because they're black. Right. It means that our teachings, the way we're raised, is that we are raised to subconsciously believe that dark skin is inferior and light skin is superior. Another element in our Mexican culture is...
I think that's a dope question. I think I want to do a show on that. That's a dope question. Are they culturally racist? They're not racist, but are they culturally? I think that'll be a dope question. I think that would be a dope topic question that we should talk about sometime this week. maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I'm taking tomorrow off, so we might do two shows. Who knows? But yeah, that's a dope question. I think yeah, we should talk about that. I think I might do two shows Tuesdays and take Wednesday off. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna start doing that more, doing two shows on one day and taking a day off. So yeah, definitely.
Univision News, Univision Channel. That channel is run by white Latinos. The ideologies and subliminal teachings that they teach is very similar to Fox News. White supremacist-ish. They make efforts to depict dark-skinned people as criminals, that whenever they even bother sharing news about dark-skinned people is when they do something wrong. But yet, when they want to mention anything that has to do with light-skinned people, specifically white people, is to depict them as them doing good deeds around the world, feeding the homeless, etc. You get it. Yeah. My grandmother was visiting one day from Mexico. She's never lived in the United States. She has no idea what life is out here. She was watching Univision News, where they depicted a black American committing a crime. She turned around and said, "Oye, estos negros solo estorban, ¿verdad? Hey, these black folks, all they do is get in the way, huh?" Here's the interesting part. She's never met a black person in her life. She has no idea what it's like to interact with a black person, but yet she already has an opinion about black people as a whole. Why? Because part of our culture, in this particular case, Univision News, since we were children, we have been subliminally taught the blacks are bad criminals, etc. And whites are good, decent, giving, saviors, etc. We're taught that. Hearing her express such a hateful remark about a people that I knew for a fact she's never even interacted with. You don't even know a black person. How dare you come here to this country and have a whole opinion about these people? I resented her deeply for it. I regret it because you can't hate her for that. She never got the opportunity to learn what you have. I got the privilege of learning things that I self-taught. Since she's been a child, she's been working in the fields. Never had the opportunity to sit and read a book to educate, nothing. All she ever has to teach her anything was this racist, biased news program. How could I blame her? She doesn't even know any better. And even if I sat with her today, I don't even think I could help her understand at this point, because she has lived 80 years worth of only understanding this mentality. A lot of people go to their graves thinking this is normal.
This is definitely no surprise to me. There's a lot of colorism in Latin America due to their colonization from Europeans. They discriminate against any dark-skinned person in their families, on their jobs, etc. For centuries, anti-blackness and colorism have existed throughout much of Latin America, rooted in European colonization, slavery, and caste systems imposed by the Spanish and Portuguese empires. Long before modern immigration debates, African-descended people in places like Brazil, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and across the Caribbean were dealing with systems that privileged whiteness and often marginalized black identity. After colonization, societies developed racial hierarchies where lighter skin often meant greater opportunity, social acceptance, and economic mobility. That legacy did not disappear. It evolved into modern colorism, where skin tone can affect marriage prospects, hiring, status, and even how people are treated within their own families. Look at television and media in many Spanish-language countries. For decades, telenovelas, news broadcasts, and not assume automatic coalition foundational black Americans.
We're gonna stop that with the. We're gonna stop there with that. And I'm gonna say this: we have seen this. Um, I want to skip past the Latinos and I want to go more into like Africans and Caribbeans and see how they feel about Black Americans. And this is not all, man, but again, like I said, a lot of people are gonna have to start proving it, man. Because I think I'm gonna say this: a lot of people give Black American, I mean, give a lot of Latin and Caribbeans and Africans passes, you know. And I think we have been doing it for so long where I think it needs to stop and actually be like, okay, you know what? If you really want to work with us, why you want to work with us? Ask the questions that we need to be asking. What's your agenda? You know, what's the real agenda that you want us to work with you for? You know, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But again, a lot of people will see that is a problem because at the end of the day, they just will, oh yo, take me on face value. Believe me, you know, we have worked together, but when you really go back and look in the, I always tell people all the time, sometimes if you forget the past can repeat itself. You know, the past can repeat itself if you let it. So I believe what Black Americans are doing is the most safest thing. Let them handle their own problem. As I always bring up, Felix, Tijuana, as I call him. He has said, "Let the Negro handle its own problem." I mean, the Negro problem is not our problem. You know, we are fighting to be white. That's what the was it the Latin American Congressional Caucus president said. Now we don't want to hold him at face value and what he really meant. It's just let's not lie about it. You know, even Africans. Why do we need solidarity? Why do we need unity? This is what Africans are saying. Now they're in trouble in this country and they're starting to see what's really popping off. Oh no, they're trying to send me back, you know? But let's see, let's watch this one.
Foundational Black Americans. Also, foundational Black Americans discussing how delineation is working and very much needed, and how important it is to continue to stay on code. Check it out.
Where is the money? Where is the money? If you're the wealthiest group of Black people on the planet, where is the money? Why you ain't built up Tulsa back? Where is the money? You're the wealthiest group of Black people on the planet and you're still on food stamps. Where is the money? The wealthiest group of Black people on the planet, my black ass, where is the money? Where is the money? You're out here begging for reparations from white people. Where is the money? Your kids are still going through the school to prison pipeline. Where is the money? Black women cannot make it out of the hospitals when they give birth because they keep getting unalived. Where is the money? You're the wealthiest Black. You must be thinking about imaginary money. You ain't got shit.
Where are your parents from exactly? Yeah. Hey, I agree with that. I think we should be asking that question. And I'm sorry, everybody, if I missed what y'all was saying. I apologize. I was, you know, Black excellence is a term I heard rarely. Yeah, me too. I heard Afro Latino or Latino X growing up, but I don't think it exists. I think it's just something that they can try to I wouldn't even say adapt to our times, but I think those words Afro Latino and Latina X or Latino X, I think those are just new terms now to I don't want to use adapt to our culture, but try to fit their way into what we are actually doing. I wouldn't take it as a bad or good thing or even an endearment, but we know what you are. You are Afro Latino. And when I say Afro Latino, you're more, and I always tell people this, I think Latinos are more African than Black Americans. And the reason why, because the thing about it, most of those people that are, who has some type of melanin came from someplace in Africa. Black Americans, you can't really tell because there was only 400,000, less than 400,000 people, if that, came to America because a lot of them died. So this is where I'm saying I believe, and this is why I say a lot of Latinos, they have more say so in Africa than Black Americans. So if they wanted to go to Africa and say, "Yo, I want to claim some land in Africa," I think they should, if they really wanted to, you know, more than Black Americans, because a lot of us is indigenous. A lot of us is, yeah, we're indigenous people, you know. And it's not no shot at Africa or anything. It's just that's how we look at stuff like that. I think this is where a lot of this delineation's coming out from, because at the end of the day, a lot of stuff we took on face value from Pan Africans, people who raised our parents saying that we were Africans. We came off some fucking mud hut, some crazy shit like that, you know. 21 fucking white supremacists think this is why they. To me, I always tell white supremacists, stop calling Black people monkeys, because you got more of the DNA than us, you know. Let's personally be honest. Black Americans, even Africans, and certain Latin people, they're more developed than the white Hispanics. So I will say that. Like I said, there's no shot against no white supremacists. It's just the black race has been on the African race has been on this world for a very, very long time, probably millions of years. I don't even think, I'm gonna be personally honest, I don't even think the white race is a million years old. you know I don't even think it's a million years old.
Ain't got shit. Where's the money? We saw a lot of you crying about food stamps a few weeks ago. Where is the money? Where is the money? You ain't built
Well,
nothing.
yeah, I
500
believe
years,
so
you've not
too.
built nothing. Do you know how much of a disgrace it is for Africans to come here, knowing you've been here for 500 years and you still ain't built shit? When the Mexicans come over, their people build something for them, they have a system. Chinese come over, they have a system. Irish come over, they have a system. We come over, we have jail systems. You just send us to jail because we look like you. All you've reserved for your people in America is the jail system.
No, they don't send you to jail because you look like us. They send you to jail because they catch y'all scamming shit that y'all would. And this is where I say a lot of people who, put it this way, I'm gonna be personally honest. I think when people come over to this country, they should take a certain type of class to fit in with the culture. You know, I do believe that. Like, certain, because I'm gonna be personally honest, because certain things you do in your country you can't do in America. You can't scam somebody and run, and when they find you, you don't think you have to pay. No, you're going to jail, my nigga. You going to jail. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you going to jail, my nigga, for scamming. You know, you can't come from a Latin country and beat the shit out of your wife and thinking that shit's all right because you think that's your property, or cutting the bitch's faces or something. No, you can't do that shit. You going to jail, my nigga. Suavo, you going to jail, player? Hey, Poppy, I didn't know. Yeah, you going to jail. You can't be fighting in the streets. You can't be stabbing your boyfriend. You can't be putting your hands on people. And I think this is why I say a lot of people should be taking classes on how to fit in with the community. It is what it is, and it's safer for you, and it protects you. I personally think that. You know. Shabaka, you're still asking questions that you always ask every show. You need to come up with some new questions. Give me a challenge, Shabaka. I don't like to. I'm gonna be personally honest. I don't like to ignore you, Shabaka, but doing shit like that, I will ignore you. You know, yeah,
That is all. That is the only.
yeah. He's quickly. He say chimped out. Yeah, what the white supremacists, they fuck it up for their own community. I will say that.
Power you hold, the right to remain silent. That's the only thing you have. Miranda rights. You are the richest population of black people. Where is the money? Where is the money? How come you don't finance your own people into office? You're crying about Somalis. How about you put that money behind a candidate that has your views in mind? Why don't you do that? Because you ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. You keep crying about what the white people did to you. How about you build something with the money? Where's the money? $1.7 trillion? Poof. Where is it? Where is the money? Y'all are broke. Black Americans are broke. You are broke. Go look at the list of billionaires you have and tell me how many African last names you see there. That's what you don't get. You're broke. Look at what the richest black man on the planet, a Nigerian, is doing.
But his country is fucking poor. That's why I say I hate those strongman arguments. I wanted him to talk a little bit more, but we have to break this down. He talks about the richest black man or black African descent man. It's a Nigerian. Okay, he is the richest, but how's his country? Why does his country look like that? Those are the questions that you should be asking. And also, there's more black American rich people. This is why we do have communities in the United States. We have a lot of communities. Remember, I gave the statistics of how many middle class black families, how many, like, it's a lot. Like they said, what, one in every 50 black men is rich, or one in every 32 people are rich. Half of black Americans are middle class people. Yes. Like, we work hard. And like I said, this is why I always talk about black empowerment, because at the end of the day, we see enough of lies about black Americans saying we're all on welfare, we're all on this, we're all single parents, and the thing about it, there's statistics to show that black American men are more in their kids' life than any other race. So this is where I say these lies are come. These lies, it's falling on deaf ears now. Like, niggas is not listening to that shit anymore. So yeah, I don't know, man. And like he wants to talk Nigeria, and I hate to throw Nigeria under the bus for this, but they got a lot of paternity fraud. They got a lot of paternity fraud in their country. That's why I say, yo, just handle your business. You don't need black American help. And they're fighting. I'm gonna be personally honest. I think they're doing a lot of this over. They're hurt that we're not helping. That we're not helping. And I said this is entitlement, and this is them are not adapting to the environment or the times. The way the way how this man talks, people were kicking in his back. The girl from South Africa making joke about people picking cotton. She died from depression. The fuck? No, that was the ancestors kicking in your fucking back saying that you fucked up. Everywhere you go, yo, they made a mockery out of you. A lot of people can say what they want to say, but they can't deal with the consequences of their actions. This is why Chud the Bussy Man or the Bussy Giver is in the situation that he's in. Yo, let me tell you something. Chug the Builder even let's just put it this way, even if he does get out, and if he's the face of white supremacy, y'all should be embarrassed. Y'all talk about Christianity rights, but this man is giving up his booty hole to black women. And I'm gonna say, is this the spokesperson for the white supremacists? We could talk about Tristan Tate. We'll talk about Tristan Tate. Let's say he's the white supremacist. He's the face of white supremacy. He got caught looking at transgender porn. Joe Rogan threw him under the bus. Oh, let's go to another person. Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines, we have pictures of Myron Gaines in bed with white men. Let's go to another one. Nick Fuentes. All I gotta say is destiny. And it ain't a woman. It's not a woman. It's a bisexual man. You know what? Let's use a white man. What's the little white guy who got beat up in front of in California? Berserker or something like that? He messes with 16-year-old girls and he said it on coke. Clavicula. He probably got more surgeries than most white women. This is what the white supremacy has turned into. Yes, with blue hair. There's allegations going back and forth with both of them. Shout out to Destiny too, man. He keeps it real, even though he does cuckolds and open relationships. He's honest about it. But this is the type of shit that goes on in this white supremacist community. It has always, and I'm gonna say this, it has always went like this. There is no such thing as no strong white man. I'm just being personally honest. This is this is what these white supremacists are doing. I think is foul, and the reason why I say it's foul because they're leading their people, these people that are already broken, these white people that are already broken, into a burning building. They're leading them into a fucking burning building. And it's built on lies. It has always been built on lies. Most of these white people don't know most of their inventions were built or contributed by a lot of black people. Most of these white people don't know if without black people, they would be eating each other again. And I have to tell the truth. I have to tell the truth. Yep. Cross-dresser. Yeah. Chud the Builder is a cross-dresser. And it's now put it this way. Chud the Builder had a copycat and he did the same thing as Chud the Builder. The guy's in a vegetable state of mind right now because of Chud the Builder. A man led his own people into a burning building. I have to say that. Now we look at these Africans right now. We're looking at an African right now who's leading his people down the wrong road because he's giving misinformation. Shabaka, you do the same thing. You give misinformation. You give misinformation all the time. And the thing about it, this is why I let you have that conversation with Nog. Because at the end of the day, I think a lot of people do need to see that. I think a lot of people do need to see that. You're supposed a scholar. Knock is a scholar. He let you talk. You had to let him talk, but you didn't let him. But at the end of the day, I think that was a conversation that needed to be had. But let's see the anger that a lot of these people have against Black Americans.
He's out there building refineries, creating jobs for his people, providing jobs security for his people, opening schools, businesses. You're out here pooking and ray-raying. Where is the money? You guys are upset. You're broke. The whole world sees you're broke. See, when we were in Africa, right, we may have thought you had something on us. Then we came over here and realized you ain't nothing but Section 8 crybabies. Where is the money? Where is the money? A bunch of coons talking about money you've never had. Money you've never had, spending power you can never use to benefit your community. Where is the money? Where is the money when the government had to save your women from the men? Created a whole gap, made them kick you out the house. Where is the money? Where is the money when kids were starving in America a few weeks ago when SNAP benefits got taken away? Where is the money? Why are you out here begging the government for shit you can build for yourselves? Where is the money? Where is the money? A bunch of lazy, broke people talking about you got money and shit.
Black Americans are waking up to who we really are inside of this country, and I absolutely love it. But one thing with our awakening is that we've been ruffling a lot of feathers in the so-called diaspora. And it's exposing how many of these different groups really feel about Black Americans. It's crazy you can be from Nigeria, live inside of the United States, but be proud Nigerian. You can be from Ghana or other parts of Africa and be proud of your country. You can be from Haiti or Jamaican and still be proud of those things, even though you live here. But once we flex on how we're proud to be an American, it's all of a sudden an issue. Now that we've been uncovering all of these different benefits that were specifically made for Black Americans that many of your groups have been eating off of for years in the name of all of us being Black, now it's an issue. Now you guys started wanting to be Black once Trump started bringing up that 14th Amendment. Mm-hmm. Now everybody Black once ICE is out there in them streets. I love that we're separating ourselves. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news, but every time a crime happens and that skin is dark, they have been naming countries now. Well, nationalities and ethnicities. Previous to that, or a year ago, even 2 years ago, they would just say that person is Black. And those crime numbers are now attributed to just being Black. But now they're separating it. And we're starting to see the levels of crime or the statistics on crime drop amongst Black Americans.
We see you.
If I hear one more immigrant, one more tether, one more stupid Pan-African tell me that it's a conspiracy that we are delineating and we're falling for it. So, let me ask you, where was the conspiracy theories when we were being quiet? When you were coming over here talking about we called you booty scratcher when you were in high school or elementary, because we all children now, right? And us calling you names, nah, equates to you growing up and trying to undermine the people who look like you, who fought for you to be able to come here and be just a little bit free, because you're way more free than in your own land, no matter how much y'all complain. And you know it, or you won't still be running here. So where was the conspiracy theory then? You really think that FBA don't know that all of a sudden that they pushing out all of this information, allowing so much information to come out so we can see it? You think we don't know? We just on you now because we realize what? That we alone are going to have to fight this. that y'all are too weak. Too weak in mind and too weak in spirit. You see, here's the thing with us. We know that they trying to push a divide. But we also know that we were never together. And we could never be together with you and your tribalism mindset. We know that. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're allowing, you see when you want the truth to come out, you stand back and you let friends fight it out.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to tell all the secrets. So that's what we're doing. We're sitting back and we're gathering information. Because that's what we do. We learned that we need to gather information documents while y'all fighting and letting it out. And then we're going to hold on to it, and we're going to use it. And we're going to expose it. And we're going to build it. We're going to build on it. And we're going to keep this royal house. See, that's why you were jealous before. To try to sell out the royal bloodline from long, long before your ancestors and you that was here before. But you see how it backfired on you? To now you knocking down the door to come in to where you sent us at. Because without us, what? The land is still in poverty. You're still undereducated in so many ways. You think because you come over here and you get the European education and their doctrines and their bachelors, you're just as stupid as they are. And you see, FBA, we need to get up. All of y'all on them drugs, hanging out on them corners, you need to get up. Because you see it now, right? So we need to get in and do what we're supposed to do and need to do. So whenever we come back or our children are here, that it's a better thing for us still and keep growing and stay on code. Conspiracy theory. Where was the conspiracy theory when you felt like you were sitting at the seat with them? When you felt like you were at the table with them, huh? Where was all the conspiracy talking and the division talking then, Caribbean and African? Use this fire to purify your mind. Your mindset. Stop being stupid. That's why you don't like FBA. Because we're going to talk to you like this. And y'all don't like real. You like to be fake. Okay. No, it's okay. No, man, brethren. No, man. We are one people. We are one. But meanwhile, behind we blood clot back.
Express disdain for foundational Black Americans. What I notice is that their dislike of us or their criticisms of us is always extremely infantile. It's always very juvenile. It's like a childlike reasoning for not liking another person. It never has any real substance. It's always something like, oh, well, when I was in the 3rd grade, somebody called me an African booty scratcher. It's like, dude, you're 47. Who didn't get made fun of when they were in the 3rd grade? Who didn't get roasted? Who didn't get joked on? That's what kids do. They're mean. They're not nice. You're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass woman, and you still harping on to something that happened back when you was a child. And as far as I have heard or seen, a lot of these people came over here with terrible stereotypes of Black Americans. So it ain't like you came over here with these innocent thought processes of us. It ain't like you came over here thinking highly of us. You came over here thinking that you was better than us. You came over here telling us that we was lazy, that we didn't have no culture, that we didn't have no language, that we need to want to be you, that we should not have any pride about ourselves. Like we need to just try to be Africans. That's the whole sentiment that y'all come at us with. And it's just extremely juvenile. It's never anything like, oh, well, this FBA person, Black American person, stopped me from getting a job, or they stopped me from getting my education, or they stop me from getting a scholarship, or they're stopping me from living a life. They're terrorizing me. I can't live normally. Nobody's doing anything to you. I'm sure it's hard to be an immigrant. I'm sure it's hard to come to a new country. I'm sure it's hard to try to fit in where you really don't. But ain't nobody stopping you from doing anything.
Okay, you guys are like, why are these people so upset while we're delineating? And I think it's really because we really don't understand how much information, resources, and money we're giving away to other communities. Because I think that's the only way that we can't understand why they're freaking out about our delineation. Let's start with the small hats. Do you know how many billions of dollars we make? Ethnic Black Americans spend almost $2 trillion a year. $2 trillion a year. And we see very little of that. We are funding people in the amounts, different cultures and communities, the amount of almost $2 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
2 motherfucking trillion. And then y'all are like, well, why are they so upset we're delineating? $2 trillion. We're almost at $2 trillion of spending, and that's just spending. Of course, people are freaking out because everybody eats off of us. We are supporting different groups in this country with $2 trillion. That is more than most countries' economy. With $2 trillion, we could go and start a whole nother country in another land or in America if we fought and we won and have a thriving economy. So let's get into it. The small hats make billions off of us through music, through sports, through entertainment. You know how many sports agents are small hats that we give all our money to? Do you know how many small hats that use our music, murder music? And if you don't believe me, go listen to 90s music and listen to our music now. That take our music and capitalize off of that. Let's talk about sports. I think I talked about sports. I said sports, music, film, TV, all these things. They make so much money off of us, okay? Let's move on to the Arabs and the Asians who put their businesses in our communities, from the bodegas, I think I said, to the gas stations. Some East Indians are included in that. Some East Indians. They put so much money. I mean, we give them so much money from these corner stores. It's ridiculous. The Asians from, of course, beauty supply stores and, like our nail salons or what have you. And yeah, I go to the Asian beauty supply stores and don't say, oh, Black women, because it's Asian men that run Asian beauty supply stores. So if Asian men run beauty supply stores, then Black men need to invest and start up beauty supply stores for Black women. And I guarantee you Black women would go. If you guys start making Black beauty salons and stuff like that, and they were run efficiently, Black women are coming, okay? After that, let's think. So the Arabs, the Asians I spoke about or whatever. Oh, the Hispanics. The Hispanics have definitely taken over everybody's jobs or what have you, which we didn't mind at first and we actually were the ones who told them all the information. We told them all the information. We told them how to get the job. We told them what to do. We told them where to go. We even hooked them up with some of our people to get certificates. Our housing neighborhoods and all that type of stuff. We told them how to get more information, and they pump us from information all day, every day, and y'all be falling for it because they be buttering us. They just anything you have. Once they make you think that you're nothing and that there's everything you do is.
I just wanted to show you a little bit of that, and I was going skimming through it. I want to say this. This is just showing you how they care, what they think about us. And as I said, it's not all immigrants, but Black immigrants. But it's enough to see that, like, yo, this is just how they feel. They feel this way. And if they really wanted, put it this way, if they really wanted unity, all they have to do is fix their community, fix how they talk about us. You know, and I always tell people don't call me brother because it offends me. I let a few people call me it, even though it's cringing. And the reason why it's cringing because because they're not black Americans. I'm gonna be personally honest. Let me jump. Let's skip that one. But we're gonna do. I'm gonna do. Should I do two or one more? I think I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do half of this right here because this is an hour long. I'm gonna do a half of this. Break this down. I think this one is gonna be good because it's Marquette. You know, I know a lot of people don't like Marquette, but I like how he engaged with people from other countries. So definitely, this is a good one.
We gonna clean him up today, folks. I'm gonna yield the floor for you to introduce yourself and why you thought you should get outside of your body, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, my name is Blessed, and I'm an artist. My stage name is Blixie.
You must be
I'm
Nigerian
originally
or
from Nigeria. I'm Nigerian, but
Yeah,
I
obviously.
live in the States.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. When you listen to me and when you look at me, what makes you think, oh, I should try to challenge this guy instead of, oh, he's the one to follow. I should follow him. He's the North Star. What makes you think that you should challenge me?
Challenge you. Like I've been a fan. Like I've been following your movements and everything. You know, I see your stuff, what you do. But sometimes I feel like you just talk. You don't bring solutions to the table.
That's
That's why I
fascinating. Okay, that's really fascinating. I have an organization called SAS in Africa. Are you in Africa?
No.
Where are you?
I'm in the States.
Oh, so you say I don't bring solutions for what?
Hey, Charlie Shaw, salute,
Like
salute.
the issue you're talking about is xenophobic issues in South Africa.
Fascinating. Where are you at in the States?
I don't need to disclose my side location.
What are you scared?
I'm not scared.
You're not man enough to speak on me if you scared. Now,
I'm in
where are
Silver
you?
Spring, I'm in Silver Spring, Maryland.
You're in Silver Springs, Maryland, not too far from Baltimore.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, let me be very clear with you. The reason I come at you guys like this is because the reason black folks have so many problems moving forward is because little niggas like you think that you're the big dog. So let's test it out, just like we do every time. What do you do? Since I'm not providing solutions, what do you do?
What I do?
Nigga, don't repeat my question like you didn't hear me.
I'm having a conversation with you, you know.
No, I'm asking you, what do you do? No, hold on. Since you provide, hold on.
Do you want to talk about the topic, or you just want to talk about
since
my
you
life?
provide solutions and you're the big dog, what do you do for the people, big dog?
Yeah, I provide solutions. I give them way forward.
What do you do? What do you do? I'm listening.
Yeah, I have a community of friends and family and communities that I give words of wisdom to, words of encouragement, how to rise up, how to fight for their right, not just how to just talk and talk and talk. Because we've been talking.
Shabaka.
You're so foolish, yet arrogant, that you say I provide no solutions. Boy, I got boots on the ground around the world in a global organization working toward one particular aim. You just said your solution is you have conversations with your friends and family. You don't think you sound stupid?
Not just friends and family, my community as a whole.
Are you the leader?
I'm part of the leader.
Okay, great. What's your website? We want to check you out. I'll write you guys a check today. I'll donate $500 to your cause. What's your website? I'm going to donate $500 to your cause. I got my wallet right around here because I was just supporting somebody's business. My wallet is right around here.
Do you want to join the cause? Or
What's your website?
I want to. Do you want to join the cause?
Listen, what's your website?
Let me tell you something.
No, don't tell me shit. What's your website?
You know the problem. You know the problem about you, like
you don't do anything. Like, what's the evidence that you're not low IQ? What's the evidence? What have you accomplished?
You want to know my accomplishments?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. That's what I'm asking you.
A lot of things.
Yeah, we're waiting. Go ahead, tell me.
A lot of things.
Yeah, this is my whole point, and this is why guys like you are incels. You're incels because you're completely deluded. You're a nobody, you're a failed rapper, you can't afford a dentist, you're in a country that isn't your own because you don't want to stay in your real country and do the hard work. Hold on one second. And you are wearing a hat trying to cover up your hairline because your hairline's back here. You're not a man of confidence. You're not a real man. You're not a man. And then you have the audacity. You have the audacity. Hold on one second, champ. Hold on one second, champ. Hold on one second, champ. And then you have the audacity to come on and try to insult me because you're jealous. Can you just be specific?
This is the shit I have been saying for a very long time. And this is the type of people that Shabaka supports. Shabaka supports these type of people. The guy from Nigeria. And if I'm gonna say this is a bad reputation for Nigerians, you know, they already got it hard because of the scamming and the paternity fraud. So now this guy right here, he's asking them a question. All you have to do is answer the question, you know. So he's a field rapper.
You're saying I don't have solutions. I'm saying great. I'd like to learn from you. What solutions have you implemented? Please tell me.
I said I have an organization that we are uplifting ourselves as Africans to actually take over and liberate ourselves from the white man's slavery.
You're enslaved? Where are you enslaved at?
Where am I saying that?
You're a slave. Where? How are you enslaved?
Mental slavery is still going on. Why are you acting as if it's
Okay,
not going on?
mental slavery. Great. Now, what? How do I look up this organization that you have?
Do you want to join the chat?
What?
Do you
I'm
want
asking
to
you.
join
How
the
do I look up
organization?
this? How do I look up this organization that you're running for African people? How do I look it up?
I'll send you a link.
You can't just tell me the link?
I can't tell you because let me tell you something. You know, when you're trying to make a real change, you don't just come and put it all in the public so the enemy can see what you're doing.
Oh,
When
so
you're
you're
making a real
doing
change,
you're doing
you
top
gotta-
secret
you
work.
gotta have-
You're
you
doing
gotta have
top
that
secret
to
government
what you're
work,
doing.
right? Hold on one second. You're doing top
Not just
secret
talking,
government work.
talking.
You're doing top secret government work? Is that what's going on?
I don't know.
You're doing
You
top
might
secret
find
government
out.
work. Great. So my point is that you're talking to a man who's accomplished, educated, and well respected while you're sitting in a broke down Toyota in the middle of nowhere, Maryland. You're a Nigerian who left his own country instead of trying to fix it. You're talking to an American who's put in more work in Nigeria than you have. And furthermore,
really?
yes,
You think
for a
so?
fact, your jealousy causes you to want to attack me. You're attacking me because of your emotions. You're not attacking because I don't have solutions. I'm the only black person today who's executing solutions at a global scale. And when I asked, what are you doing? And I told you, I'll write you a $500 check or I'll put a $500 donation on anything that you are doing right now. But you're not doing anything, homie. You're not doing anything. You're just jealous because you're ugly.
That's what you think, right? But
No,
why
I'm
you
just
have
saying,
my
show
mic-
me
why you
something.
have my
I'm
mic
willing to look
muted?
at something.
Get out your booger box, bro. Don't stop doing that.
I'm willing to look at something. What can you show me that you actually do? You're a scammer. You guys scam too much.
I don't scam nobody.
Yes, you're a
I'm not one
scammer. You're a scammer, buddy. Because you said that you help black people. And I said, okay, great. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. So how can you show me? How can you show me?
Do you want to know? So I can send you a link and you're gonna see.
Dude, why don't you? Why can't I find your link on Google? What's your website? Just give me a website, dude. Give me a website.
Do you want to join the chat? That's what I asked you. I can send you a link.
To join the
I'm
chat?
not here for public gratification. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, are you serious, man?
I've been doing trying to work for a very long time.
Excellent.
And
How can we see it? I want to see
build a
it.
classroom.
I'm just
That's
asking for you to
cool.
prove it. Can you show us
That's
anything?
cool.
Can
But
you
I'm
just
saying
show us anything?
that's not the solution
Dude,
African
calm
needs,
down.
though.
Can you show us just one thing? Just show us one thing. We don't want to hear your talk. Just show us one thing you've done for other people. That's all I'm asking.
I don't brag with what I
One-
do. I don't brag with
You're
what I
not.
do.
You don't have to brag. I'm not asking you to brag. I'm
Facts.
not asking you to brag.
You're right, Roland.
I'm just asking you to show us one thing. I'm asking you to show us one thing. Just one. I'm sure you do many things. Just show us one thing you do to help Africans.
I have done a lot of things.
I'm not asking you to
I
talk.
built schools. I brought water.
Okay, you built schools. What is the website for the school that you
I
built?
still pay school fees till now. School fees of kids.
Okay.
This moment.
Which school did
That's
you build?
cool.
Wait, which school did you build? I want to search it up. What's it called?
You want to search schools in Nigeria?
Yeah, I want to bring it up so people can see.
Go search a school called Scarlet Group of Schools.
Okay, how do I spell that?
SCAR Scarlet. Scarlet.
Why is your accent so heavy? Like, isn't English your first
Because I'm
language?
African. I'm proud of who I am. Should I change it for you? That's you. That's you. You see, you want to be a white man. You want to be a white man. What's your language?
My language is English. So if you want to be
your
black, why
language.
don't you go
Where
back to
are you from
Africa?
originally?
Why don't you go
You
back
want me
to
to sound like
Africa?
you see
Calm
what I'm
down.
saying?
No, calm
I
down.
keep my
Nigerian,
originality
calm
who I
down.
am. I'm not
Calm
gonna
down,
tell you who I
Nigerian.
am
I'm
for
asking
you.
you, if you're so Nigerian, why don't you go back to Nigeria?
I go to Nigeria back and forth.
No, go live there. Go live there. Why?
I live in Nigeria and I live in America. I got dual citizenship. I can live
No,
anywhere I want.
but you're so Nigerian. Just go live there. Why even have dual citizenship? You're a dishonest
like
person.
them right
Calm
now. I
down,
think I should
calm
go back to
down.
my country.
You're a dishonest person. You don't like Nigeria. That's why you're in America. I am an American. My mother's an American.
travel
My
places.
grandmother's an American. My great grandmother's an American. My great great grandmother's American. My great 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 grandmother's an American. And the same thing on my father's side. We're Americans. That's why we're in
Where's
America.
your roots from?
You're a Nigerian because if you loved it so much, you would live there, but you're not there. So I don't want to hear you talking anything else until you live in Nigeria. Listen, African, you're just angry because you are lying about your African Nigerian pride because you don't want to be there. Why don't you go back?
I love my country. I travel to places.
You
I'm
love
here
your
right
country,
now.
but
What's going
you live in
on,
America.
FBA Mello?
Enough said. Now, here's the thing. You said Scarlet School in Nigeria?
Uh-oh.
Scarlet Group of Schools, yeah.
Scarlet Group of Schools? And try to speak with a clear English accent while you're in America. While you're in my country, you speak in a clear English accent. You speak in an American accent.
You can turn yourself to be a white man,
Okay.
but I'm going to keep my originality. That's why I'm better than you.
You don't have any originality because you're
don't
trying
have
to
no
imitate a
originality.
black
You don't know
American.
where
You're
you
just
get
trying to
this from.
imitate a
Do you
foundational
have
black
a different
American.
language? You a
You're trying
black
to
man. You don't
calm
even
down,
know your
calm down.
roots.
You're trying to imitate a foundational black American. You don't want to be Nigerian. You want to be me.
I am Nigerian.
You
That's
want to
why
be a
my accent
foundational
stays
black
the same,
American.
And I'm proud of my accent.
Listen,
This is my
you're
accent.
trying to be a rapper. That's foundational black
I'm an
American.
artist. I'm not a rapper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hold on, let's look
Is
at
he rap? Oh, you're not trying to be a rapper, huh?
Oh
Okay.
no!
So is this you? Does it say Money Gang unveils Blixie D Rap King? Rap King?
Oh no!
Yes.
Okay. So here's the funny thing, my boy. Here's the funny thing. So it says Money Gang. Is that Nigerian slang, Money Gang, or is that Black American slang?
Money is
Money Gang.
Money
Money
is
Gang.
what's the language?
Is that a term?
Is
Is that a
money
colloquial?
is
Hold
money
on,
a
stop while I'm
universal
talking.
language?
Money Gang. Is that an African American colloquialism or is that a Nigerian colloquialism?
Money is a universal language, number one.
Do you not understand what I'm asking you?
And gang, there's gangs everywhere.
Yes, okay, that's fine. But I'm going to ask you the question again. Is Money Gang a foundational Black American term or is that a Nigerian term?
Money gang.
Okay, you're going to keep lying. Okay, that's fine. You can keep lying. Now, it says Money Gang unveils Blixie D Rap King. Rap King. That's really interesting. Rap. Is rap something created by Nigerians or the foundational Black American?
Black American.
Black American. So you are stealing my culture, little buddy, and that's why we fry you guys up. Because it's fine if you want to borrow some of my culture, I respect it, because my culture is the most influential black culture on earth ever. But when you borrow my culture, you show me some damn respect, boy, because you're a guest in my culture. You're bootlegging and stealing my culture. You're just a culture vulture, boy. Yeah, just like they say whites are culture vultures, you're a culture vulture because that's not your culture. That's my culture. So you show some respect. Don't come out here talking about where you from. You know where black Americans are from. America. You're a Nigerian. So you need to be in Nigeria. But if you're going to be here, you show the foundational black American respect.
Let me ask you a question too, because you ask me questions. You're trying to tell me that black Americans are from America. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, you said it in the name. We're called black Americans. What are you called? What are you called?
An African.
No, you're a Nigerian. You're a Nigerian, right?
African and Nigerian, yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. You're a Nigerian, so that lets you know where you're from. Settled. Now that we have that clear, what we really want to do is, why do you refuse to be honest? Why do you refuse to be honest?
Honest about what?
Honest about who you are.
I'm honest about who I am.
Like young blood.
Who I am.
No, hold on one second, young blood. Hold on one second, young blood. Like, keep it real with me, man. Do you really think that any work you do measures up to the work I do? Keep it real with me, man. Do you really believe that?
Why not?
Why do you do this, man?
Why do you think that you do the most important job? Why do you think what you do is more important than what I do?
Hairline's back here and you're trying to hide it with a baseball cap.
You have no hairline though. You are bald-headed. So stop talking about hairline.
No, my hairline looks better than yours, but still not good enough. Still not good enough. No, lean forward, lean forward. Just do us a favor, real quick. Hold on one second. If you're not ashamed, just lean forward real quick. Just lean forward.
My hair.
Okay, come on, man. You think you come on, bruh. You think that those braids are cool. No, those braids gotta go. You hear me? Those braids got to go. That's the problem with you. And you know that you're partly ashamed because you keep putting that hat back on. You hear me? Like, you keep putting that hat back on. Be yourself, my boy. Be yourself. Why don't you be yourself?
I'm myself right now. This is my hair. I got my hairline. Not to be
time out. Just time out. Real quick. Time out. How old are you?
I need to tell you my age.
Oh, here we go again. Why are you so scared? I thought you were a man.
The things about Nigerians is, the concerning thing about this guy right here is because I still haven't seen the things that he has built. The deflecting is crazy. I think I think he makes Nigerians look bad. Yeah. Nigeria is filthy. What's going on, Earl? Salute. Earl, yeah. Earl, okay, I said it right. the way back. Yeah. It be like that, man. And the thing about it, Nigerians, I think, to me personally, Nigerians, it's so hard of Nigerians to say that, like, yo, they were inspired by Black Americans. See how long it took Burna Boy to say something, and I think, do I think Burna Boy is talented? Not really. I never really listened to him. Does he make good music? I don't know. I would never think about, oh, yo, let me go see that Burna Boy concert. No.
I'm not scared. If I'm scared, I won't
They say
be
don't
scared.
ask a woman her age.
Don't ask me my age.
They say don't ask a woman her
But I'll
age.
tell you something though. Real work is not to be shown.
Miss, I apologize.
That's
Miss, I
not real work.
apologize.
That's just something.
I apologize, miss. I know we shouldn't ask a woman her age. I apologize, miss. See, you're over here, you're too cute. You got your cute little braids with your beads, and you're in your woman bag. That's why you don't want to say your age. It's women who hide, they put on makeup and all the fake stuff. I thought you were a man. That's why I know somebody like you, you wonder why I'm so like rude and aggressive to you, because I don't like you. I don't like people like you. Everyone's seen my work. Listen, I've been awarded for my philanthropic work. My work is public and well known. You have done nothing. That's what I'm saying, was why you come on here lying? Like, why come on here lying?
I'm not lying. I've told you what I've done. I'm doing more.
I asked you politely. I said, you say you do philanthropic work in Africa, which, mind you, I'm not African, but I still do a lot of work there. So I said, you saw my work on the intro video to this. You could see my work. So I'm asking you politely, since you're saying that you do work in Africa.
That looks like a vacation to me. That looks like
Calm
a
down,
vacation to me.
dude.
That looks
Calm
like
down.
work.
Just calm
You
down.
don't live in Africa.
Calm down. It's okay to tell the truth and say, Marquette, I want to be honest. I made a mistake.
Oh, what's going on?
I got overconfident. I wanted to look good on television.
Razito, shout
I
out to
haven't
you,
done
man.
anything for anyone
I
in
seen
Africa.
you subscribed.
It's okay
Thank
to tell
you.
the truth.
Just stop it.
It's okay to tell the truth.
That's not what it is.
Okay, well then what website can I go to see your work?
This is what
and
I just
told everyone.
I just said that. I was like, this is the concerning thing, that Marquez asking for the website and he's not giving the website, but now he wants to give the website. I think this is a game with him. We're gonna watch a little bit more, then we're gonna land.
Told everyone on stream, show me the website that you, the organization you run. I'm gonna donate 500 USD right now during the stream.
Nothing.
And you know
Shaw.
what?
Need your money.
And you know what? I'll be more than happy to do that because I do support the continent. So I'll be more than happy to donate $500 during this stream to whatever organization you are working for, or excuse me, you are running. So what is it?
I'll send it to you.
You'll send it to me.
Yeah.
Dude, like when people are running organizations, you just say, hey, go to www.ihelpafrica.com. Whatever the website is. Like, why are you?
It's not public. It's not public funding.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not public. I'm a private citizen. Dude, why don't you just give me the website? Like, you're lying. That's listen, kid. No one believes you right now. I don't know you. We don't need to have a private conversation to see what you do. It's either you do something for the public good or you don't. So stop lying. This is the problem with a lot of black folks, is you want to look better than you are. Mm-hmm. Just be real.
Not
Stop lying.
What to do online. Not everybody put their...
Be yourself, man. To me, it's a problem because you're hiding something. And this is where I was talking about, Ali, the scamming. If I'm asking you a question, you need to answer it because it seems like you're scamming me or you're trying to get over on me. That's why I always said it's a problem.
Online, not everybody.
And you kind of, no, honestly, you got, no, 1 second. You are the worst because I know a lot of Nigerians who are really honorable people.
Thank you, me
They're
too.
medical doctors, they're businessmen. And you filthy ones like you give them a bad name because you're a liar.
I just said that.
You see, it's just like foundation.
This is the thing. I have said that and I haven't seen this video. I'm watching this video like y'all are watching this video. This is why sometimes I say what I say. Cause like I said, let's let him talk.
Black Americans, some of them are ratchet and dirty, ghetto and dishonest, and they give me a bad name. And I really think it's a shame that you come on here lying like this. No one believes you or respects you. You're sitting in a Toyota claiming that you do work around the world. It's not realistic.
Reason why he says a Toyota, because a lot of Africans drive Toyota Corollas or some type of form of Toyota.
Like, why don't you go inside of your house?
I'm not like you Black Americans that live with your mother.
There's nothing wrong with living with your mother. You got the dead homies?
Money gang.
Oh, yeah. Where's your gang at? Where's your gang? Where's your gang? Where are they?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Are any of them in Miami?
I don't live in Miami. I live in Maryland, like I told you.
Okay, you said they're everywhere. I was just wondering.
They're everywhere.
Ah, I see. You see, so here's what's weird to me. You have something called money gang, but you don't have any money, gang. I think that's strange.
Bro, the money I got, you ain't got none of it.
I think that's very strange.
I don't come to show my money online.
You don't have money. You couldn't.
I got land.
You couldn't.
I got equity. I got money.
You don't. No one
I am
believes you.
money gang. I'm the money gang boss.
No, nobody believes you.
Respect that. No, that picture.
This looking frail.
Oh
Okay, this
no.
is you trying to be a foundational Black American.
Oh no.
Yes.
Do you know how many years is that picture?
This is you with a picture in front of a jet that you did not fly on.
Oh
Flew on jets, bro.
Okay, well, where can we see that? I'd like to see that. Where can we see that?
Don't
I want to see it
he
right
ain't
now.
gonna show.
Where can I see you on a jet? I want to see you on a private jet right now. Where can we see that?
He ain't
I
gonna
can
show.
go dig out pictures of money, flexing cars, houses.
Yeah, I want to check online. Where can I see that right
I'm here
now?
for resolutions though, but just here to argue. I can put it back on my page so you can go check it out.
No, not a picture. What about a video? Like you saw my intro video. You saw me getting in a private jet. No, you saw me flying in a private. Pause is because we need to make them lay down so that we can all move together.
Hold on, I think I went back.
Fuming with jealousy. Now, the guy is working hard on behalf of the people. He's teaching entrepreneurship. He's putting money in people's pockets. He's already speaking up on international issues in Asia and sections throughout the United States up and help push the movement forward. But instead, they sit back with just fuming with jealousy and they hate.
Right there.
I want you guys to know, like, the biggest enemy is not the system, it's not the Epstein class, it's not the white man, it's traitors. It's absolutely traitors. And so when you guys see me go hard on these people, pause, is because we need to make them lay down so that we can all move together. And the weak ones who are causing issues, we got to fold them up because they're traitors. The ball's a liar claiming that he supports a school in Nigeria. Complete lies and nonsense.
And we haven't seen the
funny
school
thing
yet.
is, we saw him with that fake picture. This is a fake picture of him pretending to be at a private jet. And this is the sad thing. And imagine you didn't hashtag Money Gang Records, but you're literally in a Toyota. Like, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. It's just like, come on, man, be yourself. Money Gang. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comments, 7 comments from over a decade ago. Come on, man. Nobody believes this stuff. Money Gang, but look at this car.
Oh no.
Word. Money Gang? Come on, man. Come on. All pretend. Everything pretend. Leaning on other people's cars. And he won't even lean on the car because he knows it's not his. He right, check this out. Now let's be real here, ladies and saints. He writes, Lamborghini G's with Lamborghini dreams. It definitely is a dream because it's not yours. It's definitely a dream. And this is why I feel so sorry for women, because they got to deal with this kind of fakeness. Like, they got to deal with these dudes pretending. Now imagine flossing on this kind of car. What is this, a Chevy or something? I don't even know what that is.
Corolla.
Is that a Chevy?
I think it's a Corolla.
Imagine you make a music video pretending, cosplaying as a Black American in front of a Chevy. And then you got the nerve to come talk to the big homie. It's like, come on, man. And then you over here trying to disrespect me, but look at this, man. Come on, man. Come on. And you gonna try to disrespect the big homie? Come on, bruh. That doesn't even make sense.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. Also share to 5 people and or platforms. Also, if you want to donate, you can donate to my GoFundMe for my short film that I will be putting out soon in the fall. And also, you can do Cash App. It goes to both places. It's just I transfer it. Or you can do Super Chat. I left Super Chat open for y'all.
It makes sense. And then the dental. Huh?
Yeah, he gotta get that teeth fixed, man.
Money seen, like nothing. Like, I'm waiting to see it. I see no signs of money. I don't see her looking in a high rise. Not a high real issue if you just kept it real. All I'm trying to do is get y'all to be honest. Why you lying?
You don't know my package. You don't know my package.
They're empty, gang. Because ain't nobody going to ride a Toyota if they don't have to.
Oh, no.
And you're not even riding a new Toyota, gang. You riding an old Toyota.
Yeah, that's
You feel what I'm saying?
13, 14.
You riding what you in, like a 2012?
You don't know how many cars I got.
Wait, hold on one time. Relative, what you in a 2012?
Yeah, 13, 14. I said 13, 14.
Keep it a bean with me. What's that about a 2012?
Bro, why are you checking my properties? What is
I'm
that what
just
we're
getting
doing
that.
here?
Rel, is that
Bro,
I'm
about a
not checking your fucking
2012?
driving history, you fucking
Facts,
Wait, you're
Charlie.
cursing again. You must be stressed out. You must be a
Facts.
high stress
I'm not
individual right
stressed
now.
out.
Peon.
What I
You're
don't
just
care.
you're just a random peon, my boy.
But tell me, what have you
You're just a
made?
random
Have
peon.
you made a call?
You're just a random peon, my boy.
Mm.
You're just a random peon. You're just a random peon. I'm just telling you to stay in your body. Hey, check this out, my boy. I want to show you something. See the picture? Able to see chin up? Just lift your chin up real quick. Real quick. Right there. Stop. Don't move. Don't move. Right now, why you move? Because from that angle, you're also bald. So you got a 2 and 1.
You are totally bald, bro.
Oh, that's fucked up.
You got a 2 and 1, bro.
About the things I want to talk about.
You don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. Calm down. Calm down. You don't want to talk about what I want to talk about.
Yeah,
you don't want to talk about it.
he's hurting. He's hurting.
I'm proud of who I am.
He's hurting his feelings.
Calm down.
You know that.
Marquette's hurting his feelings. But I think what Marquette is doing is trying to get to him and say, like, yo, just be who you are. You don't got to be nobody else. That's why he kept on saying, yo, stay in your body. You don't got to be nobody else. You don't got to code switch. I don't think people understand. Black people are going to fucks with you if you're a loser or not. Because at the end of the day, we're loving people. We have always been loving people. And I think this is where a lot of these people fucked up from different countries, because they don't think we won't accept them for who they are because they're not like us. We never been that way,
Right? You have lost your identity.
Calm down.
Where are you from? What's your original language?
Do not talk to me like that in my own country. You do not talk to me like that in my own country.
Sound like South African or
You do not talk to me
Yeah,
like that
his
in my
feelings.
own country.
That's not an African accent. That's not
In
Nigerian
my
accent.
country. You do not talk to me
Hurting
like
the
that.
niggas' feelings.
You're very
man.
cute. You are a very cute young man.
You the one
Because
that
you have
cute.
all
I'm
these
handsome.
tattoos
I'm a
on your
handsome
arms.
guy. I'm not
You have all these tattoos and you're trying to look like black rappers. Like kind of like guys who come from where I come from. But the difference is you're a little sweetheart and you have like a musical note on your arm. It's all cute. And if you go to my neighborhood, people had a dead homies tattoo right here. So it's like you have the cute version because you don't really know what it's like because you're really Nigerian. So it's like you're trying to.
He don't know the culture. That's what Marquette's trying to say. I'm gonna stop it right here. And I'm gonna land. We did 3.5 hours, and I'm gonna be back on tomorrow, and I might do 2 shows. I'm gonna say this. I believe what Marquette was doing is the most proper thing, and he sees it as a harsh thing, but sometimes you have to be harsh to actually get through on what a person is saying. And I think it's very important sometimes. Even sometimes my scholars and my elders had to be a little bit more harsh with me. And growing up, I understand it now, So that is a good thing. Also, I'm gonna answer the real question. I don't think we should support them. And this is the reason why. It's the disdain and the envy. I think I think black and brown people will appreciate more when they do it themselves. I think they have to accomplish a lot to be who they are. So again, I don't think we should support them. If we do support them from a distance. And that's just how I feel. There's no ands or buts about it. Black Americans just need to handle what they need to handle on their own. Let me give my shout outs. Give me a second. But yeah, I think they need to handle what they need to handle. But shout out to Shabaka, Ali Howard, H9K. Shout out to you, homie. That if anybody don't know who it is, that's AI Hall 9000. FBA Mellow Money, salute playing. Rollins X, Rollins X, shout out to you. Tandria, shout out to you, Miss Williams. Charlie Shaw, always nice talking to you. Dorsey, salute. Black Snow Bunny King, what's going on? Lala Brown, Tony Gonzalez, Supreme B, Salute Player, Poor Hackers, Pat Lambert, and Earl. Shout out to Earl Aaron, Salute Player. Thank everybody for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it. We did a great show. I think this was actually what's going on, Knox. Salute, Knox. I think we did a great show. I think we did a real great show today. I think we actually learned. I learned a little bit more than I was talking, but I think personally, as I said, I think Black Americans just need to be worrying about Black Americans and not about other people's social issues. You know, that's just me, but some might think different, but that's how I feel. I think Black Americans need to worry about Black Americans and this reparations. But until tomorrow, I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and good day.